Okay.
That's just hearsay.
So wait.
They're divorced. He lives 12 minutes away from the mother. They live in the same community, in the same neighborhood. They've been divorced for years.
Okay. I'm wondering, because I think men and women handle things a bit differently, and I don't think we can ignore that here. And like, I don't know, tendencies to understand self-restraint, to not go on a diatribe about a whole entire race because you've been harmed by a single person who happens to be of a certain race. I don't know. I would look at that and be like, maybe there's some anger issues there that, like, sure, absolutely valid, but have been triggered and have been exponentially propagated and brought forth by this situation. I don't see his mom doing that, and I'm sure she's just as upset. I'm sure she's just as angry. But like, guys, fucking, and I'm not speaking to men in general, I'm speaking to every person. Get fucking help, dude. Work this out. Like, blurt that shit out with your therapist. Don't blurt that shit out for the entirety of the public to see, because you're taking away from your son's unalivement.
A man that age is not going to go seek a therapist. You can stop telling him to do so.
Well, that is on him. That is on him if he can't process his emotions and it comes out as anger.
No, it's on you for expecting somebody to do it because you would do it.
No, that's not true. It's on science. It's on fucking science and psychotherapy. Wait, hold on.
Can we agree?
Hold on one second. One second, Cardio. No, Mojo. Just because you wouldn't seek therapy and you would, and I think you would probably handle it a little bit differently. Knowing what I know about you, I don't think you do the same thing.
I would. Yeah, I think anybody would understand that, but I don't know. I've never seen this guy before. I've never heard this guy before. He wasn't a social media superstar beforehand. He wasn't saying racist shit all the time. We talk to people every day on TikTok here that say worse shit than he said in this fucking diatribe. We talk to them. We invite them back up on panels on a regular basis. So to suggest that this guy is somehow this fucking horrific piece of shit, who is we? Even though we are talking, all of us talk to these people.
Hold on, JD. Hold on, JD. Let him finish. Go ahead, Mojo.
All of us talk to these people every day. JD, you talk to Patriot. Patriot has thrown out the N-word.
No, I have not. When's the last time I've talked to Patriot?
Stop it. No interruptions. Go ahead, Mojo, and then JD, you have the floor, but then I would also like to answer. Go ahead.
We continue talking to these people on a regular basis. What this guy said was pales in comparison to some of the shit that we've heard on TikTok already. So I'm just, again, asking you to give it some time.
Fucking, JD, if you want to go ahead, I'm going to go next.
I'll go after. Yeah, there's two things I want to say here. I'll respond to the most immediate thing first, okay? There is no we, okay? Mojo, I've even talked to you about this. You specifically have invited people that are problematic, and I have a problem with that. I know you're not going to change your mind. I'm fine with that.
You have fucking talked to those people, JD. You have talked to those people on my fucking panel.
Wait.
You just talked to Hale the other night. You just talked to Hale.
I want to point this out. JD, at one point you were considered problematic, but we also invited you into the community because we know you're like who you are.
Wow,
and we understand that was a thing.
That's fine. You want to talk about the problematic shit? Okay.
No, I do not.
I am the perfect person to talk about how problematic these people are in pale comparison to me, okay? Because the worst thing I've done.
This was not an attack on you. I'm just saying, in consideration.
I have transcripts on these people day in and day out on the shit they say and the things they do. It's fucking crazy how it's out compared to
that sounds crazy right now.
That is not helping you. One, and JD, what I'm saying is
it's a smart idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, take a fucking transcript on me because I will always represent what I say is
keep the receipts.
True. These are also things that are on YouTube. You guys can go look back to. I don't give a shit. I'm always going to represent how I feel. But JD, no. What I'm saying is like, listen, we didn't believe that. We didn't believe in like. So you're saying that we invite problematic people up here You at one point were considered problematic. I at one point, I'm sure, was considered problematic. That's not how we run this panel.
Every day. Every other day, maybe.
Every fucking day. My fucking good
You are
lord.
a little problematic.
The point being that you're not recognizing.
I can't tell you how many times
stop,
people call me
cardio.
a
Stop.
freaking
The
white
point here
supremacist.
being that you're not recognizing when put into actual comparison. Okay, when we have the fucking scales of Ra and he's weighing the heart and the feather. Us compared to these people, we are the feather. They are the fucking heart, and the heart is fucking going down and down and down. So yeah, you could say I'm problematic, probably. I'd even.
I don't think you are, but you know the incident that you were involved
because
in.
I'm the perfect person
JD.
because I'm the perfect person because I've actually been able to come forward and acknowledge my mistakes. They haven't.
JD, you were involved in a thing, and there was everyone was trying to cancel you. What was the panel that said nope? What was the person you talked to that said nope? We're gonna see this through with JD because we care about JD. What was that panel? The one you're currently on?
Yeah, this isn't the only panel that I was allowed to. People made it seem as though I wasn't allowed on the panels.
JD, you were pretty shunned from a lot of different communities.
That's probably true.
Yes, but that never happened here. So that's what we pride ourselves on. So please, yes, no, we hear all opinions. We hear all differences. Unless you say something that's going to dock someone, unless you say something super racist or super ableist, that's not going to be an issue. Or you disrespect me. That's also an issue. Not you. I'm just saying.
I never disrespect you, Queen.
Even those people are accepted back at some point in time.
But that was a side note, though. That's just me. We're going to have a fundamental disagreement on that, Mojo. Okay? I understand, and I accept you. I still love you.
You're just wrong, and that was fucking
gross.
No,
I'm not just wrong. I'm not just wrong. And you know it.
You're just wrong. You're just wrong. You're just wrong.
Nope.
JD.
Nope. I'm not just wrong.
JD. You're just wrong because you were on the panel talking to the person that you were talking to me about being problematic. You were talking to that person.
Who invited them on the panel? Did I invite them on the panel?
Doesn't fucking matter. You were here talking to them.
I'm sorry. Who invited them on the panel?
It doesn't fucking matter. You were still
even though I say time in and time out. Yeah, I have a problem with that person. They have been in a Discord call with other members of their group calling me an F-slur.
It doesn't fucking matter. You're still in here talking to them.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I don't come up here to talk to them. I want you to understand that every time I come up here, I actually shit on them because they're a fucking raging schmatzy.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's Friday, and I missed the tea, and I want more. Who are you talking about?
Hale and his friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Groipers. Oh, fucking love them bastards.
The Groipers.
I'm being sarcastic.
Cardio, do you see what I'm saying now?
I'm being sarcastic. Relax. What'd you say?
He's coming to fruition. Cardio's on my side. Let's go.
Yeah, JD's up here talking to Hale every time he's fucking up here, and he's gonna bitch about anybody else talking to Hale, which is fucking just hypocritical.
I am, because Hale,
yeah,
whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing to say,
wait,
he
JD,
has been
you don't mind if I
diagnosed with
interrupt you real quick?
schizophrenia, so a lot of the things that he says are based on his own schizophrenia.
Okay,
so
now you're being
ableist.
Now you're being ableist. Now you're being ableist. Now you're being ableist. Now you're attacking him for his
he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He admits he has schizophrenia.
Okay, so
he's
JD,
also being treated and medicated, JD. So we don't write people off. And listen, hey, he came after me the other night, so I totally get it. But
regardless of however you feel about the things he says, you probably shouldn't have him on a panel for that diagnosis, for the fact that he has to be
should be here talking to him.
JD, wait, guys, can I say something real quick?
No, you can't.
Oh my fucking
Then you probably shouldn't be here talking to him, JD.
So actually, no, I'm willing to accept that. I'm not going to ever come in whenever he's
JD, do you think it's better to just ignore these people and let them go back in the shadows, or do you think that's going to cause them to be emboldened and act upon their negative impulses and their negative ideas about race?
Not only do I believe that these people should go back to the shadows where they belong, the deep, creepy, fucking dark shadows, but I would shun them into those shadows. Yes.
JD,
right, but that's not. That wouldn't. So that really wouldn't stop them, though. JD,
wait.
Because,
hold the fuck
I can tell you flat out. Wait.
Cardio, I'm sorry. Cardio, go ahead, but then I'd like to go next. Cardio, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'll keep it simple. I was just going to say that unless you attack these people, unless you combat these people, they're just going to feel more emboldened because, hey, no one's stopping me, so what's stopping me from doing X, Y, and Z? No one stopped me here. I said the N-word. I said a whole bunch of stuff about Jewish people. What's stopping me from going out and like breaking someone's window or attacking someone in public? No one's stopping me online. No one's stopping me in person. They're all ignoring me, so I feel a little bit more bold, more confident now. I'm actually going to do the next step and become more like Jake Lang. Because I'm not being confronted by
So people. Your perspective is you would rather have these people out in the limelight so that way they can say these things that you can hold accountable, right?
And you can break their arguments.
Wait, no, before you go further, why can't I hold the father of Metcalf accountable then? Because that was the argument we were having for a fucking hour.
You can hold him accountable if you want. I'm just saying that he's in the middle of
No, you guys were downplaying everyone who was holding the father accountable. You kept saying, well, hold on, guys, he was grieving.
Yeah, he was grieving. His son just died.
No. JD, we're discussing a pop culture event. And before Mojo calls me out for being in a bathroom because he can fucking hear everything.
Yes, everybody can hear you in a bathroom right now.
I literally need to fix my hair before I go out. So give me a fucking second. But anyway,
where are you going?
No. It's none of your business.
It's always my business.
All right, I'll DM you. Anyway, JD, and it's not the Short King, but JD,
we're spending more time on this. This was not even the thing that I wanted to talk about. I was just saying this as like JD, a side note.
No, I know, I get it, dude. But like, when you're bringing up like topics of like, something that has like this amount of like vitriol towards either side, and we're just discussing back and forth. Listen. When we have people or have discussions or things that have been brought up on this panel that like are not pleasant, the fact of the matter is I think we have some of the strongest debaters here, and that they can, like, if there's a racist on the panel, we have some of the strongest debaters here to counteract that. And I'd rather see them being counteracted to an audience of at least maybe 100 people on any given day, and rather them go into their little hidey holes and just make their own statements and gain more people, because people are going to be attracted to that because they feel alienated from like their daily lives.
Okay, here's the argument. I'm going to pause it then. The one-way extremist growing. Stop cardio. Here's the argument that I'm going to pause it then.
Okay? JD, go for it.
If we were to allow these people to be in the limelight and to say the things they want, then I ought to be able to become Ulysses S. Grant, and whenever they say these things, I suspend habeas corpus, and I fuck them hard.
That's wild, JD. And also,
I
will say, and I want to bring this back.
Somebody in prison to be raped on a regular basis daily.
Yeah, and JD, I will say, and I'm not trying to bring up any kind of drama, so please take this with a grain of salt. There was a period of time when it was considered that it was pretty much hard to put you on a panel. This community did not do that. This community said, hey, we're going to look at everything that's happening, and we're also going to have JD up here because we believe that he has good sense, and we don't believe the rhetoric that's being spread. So we can't just automatically assume that everyone who has bad ideas or has been said something bad about is going to be excluded from a community to have a discussion. So please respect that.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna add to this because I don't know the answer towards lowering racism or harm to others in the long term. But I will say that what we've seen recently is when you allow people to come out from under their rock, it emboldens other people, and we've seen an increase in violence against other people due to this normalization of this rhetoric, and it has caused more harm than good.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that you cannot cancel somebody online. Whether you platform them or not, they will be platformed. Period. It doesn't matter who they are.
Elsewhere, sure. I don't disagree with that, Mojo.
Stop. If they don't get on your panel, they'll create their own panel. At the very least, they'll create their own panel. But there's always places they're going to be accepted. There's always places where they're going to have a fucking megaphone to speak out. So for you to turn them down simply because you think you're better than them, You are doing nothing. You are accomplishing nothing. You are changing nobody's mind. You are not exposing the truth. You are not doing anything but running away from the problem. What I'm simply asking everybody to do here, once again, is just to give this time, because there are problematic people, because people have tried to cancel me, for Christ's sake, and people end up coming back. They end up coming back because they understand that the whatever happened in that particular circumstance, that particular point and moment in time, is not necessarily a reflection of who I am as a person, or who this panel is, or what this live has been, or what this community is. So they end up figuring this out over time, and they come back and they realize that that maybe I said something bad, maybe I did something bad, whatever it was, doesn't really matter. That's not a true reflection of who I am. I'm asking you to do the same thing for this guy. That's it. And Messi,
If I may.
by the way, you should know this very well too. You and JD both.
I've said what I said. Everything I've said, I said it. And I've never tried to act like I didn't, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I just want to point out that it's totally true. Mojo is the Dave Chappelle of TikTok. He should be canceled, but somehow can't be.
We like that. We appreciate that. Real quick, I gotta say, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna dip afterwards. But
thank God.
I feel like it's good to platform. I feel like it's good to platform these people because yes, when you platform them, you're gonna give them the potential of growing an audience. But that's a part of like the necessary growing pains of combating negative people. Yeah, there's gonna be some people that sympathize with them, but if you platform them and you let them speak and you let them form their argument, eventually you can form a counter argument, and the people who sympathize with that person, once they hear your counter argument, they might back off the person and they might not want to listen to them any further. At first, they might sympathize with them. At first, they might agree. But as soon as you start getting more and more counterpoints in that destroys the other person's argument, eventually most of that person's supporters will say, okay, wait a minute, this is actually a bad idea. This person doesn't really know what they're talking about. They're being turned into a fool. I land my plane. Does that make sense to people?
No, because when you're doing a debate, the only people you actually reach are the people in the middle. You don't reach anyone who's already at their ideology formed. You reach the people in the middle. So no, I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree too. Go ahead.
What about it? Okay, so what about it do you disagree with? I know B's point because B believes that people that already adhere to that ideology are not going to be able to be pulled away from that ideology. They're just going to stick to it no matter what. The only people you're going to reach are centrists. I partially agree to that, but I also would disagree with that because you can infiltrate their ideology or that sphere itself and find a way to work with those people, or at least be able to communicate to them in a way that's going to gain their attention and then gain the interest of like what they might be of, and then you might be able to gain their interest in some type of way.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is just like for every, I'll be super quick. Like my thing I was gonna just say is that like I think for every person who you think you might have a chance to flip, there's some other young person being raised by a piece of shit to take their place. So
Ash might know this better than other people, considering what he said earlier, but. I had a guy that I met that I knew, nicest guy in the world. He would do anything to help anybody else without even blinking an eye about it. He would quite literally give the shirt off his back, and this is the reason I'm saying this, because he did give the shirt off his back to somebody, and when he took his shirt off, he had a swastika tattooed on his back. Oh, I asked him about it. He said he was a neo-Nazi, and he has since changed. And I asked him why he didn't get the tattoo removed, and he said because he wants it as a reminder for who the person he used to be. People do change.
You're not gonna lie. He should definitely get like a red X through it or some shit just to signify that to people, because
do change. People do change, though. You're wrong. People change.
People are capable of change, Mojo. Okay, even I recognize this. I'm not stupid to this. This was. I'm gonna bring up my conversation with Matt and Nemo. Okay, this was my conversation that I had with Matt and Nemo. It is the matter of the fact that oftentimes we as a party We do too much to dismay people from holding others accountable. So when these actions do happen, we ought to actually do a decent job at holding these people accountable so that way we can move forward as a party. That was the argument that I posited them. They had a problem with that because they think that Graham Plattner is the exact ideal of everyone. Like, he's the representative of everyone. And not everyone is going to fucking change.
But wait, can you agree that despite the stubbornness of some people, that there are going to be people who you would think would never change that will actually have a turn of heart if you present the argument to them in a way that they will either be able to empathize with, sympathize with, or be able to accept intellectually? If you dismantle their ideas or you show them a sense of grace, don't you think that they might be able to turn the other leaf, even the most stubborn-minded of people?
They're the exception, they're exception, not the rule. Listen, I think I've brought it up on this platform, but I used to be right-wing, evangelical, Christian, fundamental, all the good stuff, right? And what changed me was in a short-form platform. What changed me was the people who were personally in my life who worked with me every single day and were patient with me. You cannot do that on a short-form platform. You just can't.
Yeah,
I agree with you that's ineffective.
That's why we create communities online too. That's why we have Discord. That's why we have a bunch of people in Discord. As many people as we could possibly get. I know that I have a very small Discord compared to some other people, but fuck, I don't know. Destiny's got 100,000 people in his Discord. So these are communities.
Sure
They do talk to other people on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and people do change their minds over time. You get in VC calls with people, even if you never meet these people in real life. These communities do exist.
Destiny is actually the perfect example of my argument, Mojo. Are you ready? How many conversations did Destiny have with Nick Fuentes?
Like 4?
Probably more than 4. I would say between 8 and 12.
Okay.
Has Nick Fuentes ever changed on any position offered to him by Destiny?
Are you counting the pillow talk, though?
Yes.
How many?
There is no.
How many Nick Fuentes fans are a big fan of Destiny, though? Too. How many Groypers have been transitioned over into liking Destiny, though? I feel like a lot of Groypers have been transitioned over into liking Destiny. They even agree with them on us.
Yeah. Well, Nick Fuentes has changed over time too. It didn't used to be that Nick Fuentes wanted universal health care, but he certainly does now. Nick Fuentes has changed as well.
And like honestly, I think one thing too is like why I go over into any other political lives. Like I will go over to America Amen's political live because I know that I'm just as smart as him, if not fucking smarter. I know that like my credentials could outweigh his credentials. And so when people hear him disparaging women or talking about women, I can challenge him on that. And it usually, well, the last time that I was on his panel ended up in a marriage proposal to me. So you dismantle. You talk to people maybe you don't agree with, and maybe you bring good arguments, and that changes the people who are listening and their minds.
I think that's a great thing, but I also would just like to look at the data, which I don't know if there is or could be, but like the question for me is like how quickly, with X amount of people out there who have the wherewithal to have a difficult conversation with someone who they think is gross, out of those conversations, how many of those would actually change someone? And then versus how many people, to me, racism is kind of similar to, oh shit, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay. Sorry, I'm walking, but it's similar to religion, right? It's a lot of it is indoctrination, since they're little, right? Like when I grew up, like I heard shit that I didn't think twice about, and like after moving to California and learning more about life, I look back and I'm like, holy shit, how did I not like hear that and be like, that's fucking wild? It's because of what you grow up around. So changing. Like B said, like changing people's minds is a long-term process, and it involves people wanting to change, right? So like it's a difficult thing to do. So my question is, are we really changing more minds? And I'm not saying we shouldn't try, but like, are we really changing more minds than these people are being brought into the world?
But Ash, the thing is it may not be about changing that person's mind. It may be about the people that are listening. And like I fucking have had this argument or have heard this argument and I like roll my eyes every time I hear it or say it. It may be about the audience, which again, I roll. It may be about like, hey, this is this person's ideal, and you've heard this one topic, you've heard this one thing, and you've heard what they had to say, and like that's what you're going to believe, but hey, let me counter that by this. And then maybe they have a difference of opinion. Maybe they hear something that's a little bit different, and they're like, oh shit, yeah, we're not going to buy into this like doctrine. Or maybe they question the doctrine. I think that's what's more important. I don't need to change anyone's mind. I need to speak mine.
I agree with that. I don't think there should be anything that like challenges someone's desire to speak, truth to power.
I don't know. It's all very complicated. We did get far off the topic that we were on, which I don't know is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
and
thanks,
civics,
Mojo.
Hey, how about we? I mean, this is all tied into one another. We're all talking about like how to like de-indoctrinate racists and how to get them on your side and how to like change their minds and change their hearts. Do we talk to them? Do we present this to the audience? Can we say it better? This is all tied into like Carmelo. This is all tied into the original point here. I mean, I came in when you guys were talking about Carmelo Anthony.
But there are a few exceptions, and I want to make this very clear, and then Civics is going to go. But I want to make this very clear about the rules I believe that we uphold on this panel because it protects everybody. There's no doxing. There's no blatant racism. You can argue your point, and you can talk to the other person. You can call their argument stupid, but you cannot call them names. So, yes, and I think that's what makes this panel special. So that's why I've always come back here. That's why I've been here for, I don't know, years now? Does it feel like years? Anyway.
Mojo, how long have you been doing this?
Since November 2024, right?
Oh, well, that's not bad. Good job. I think you guys, I'm very impressed. I don't mean to, I know my opinion on this doesn't really matter, and this might be off topic, but I'm very impressed that you guys managed to bring together this massive coalition community, despite the fact that not everyone agrees. It's very admirable and commendable, I gotta say. And I appreciate you guys for allowing me on the panel just to like monologue like this. It helps me work on my communication skills and present an argument.
I sent you a follow, Cardio. I do appreciate what you've had to say, and I do appreciate you've been respectful. So
we gotta work on your usage of the R word, Cardio. Otherwise, you are my brother.
When have I used the wait, hold up, JD, when have I used the R word?
You used it like 2 nights ago, brother. Remember when we were talking?
With all due respect.
Remember? Wait, no. I'll give you the context. Remember when we were talking with Hale? You had like that hour conversation, and I came up like 30 minutes after you used the R word, but you skirted around it.
I mean, to be frank, okay, so if I did use, I can't remember if I did use the word, but if I did use the word, I am on the spectrum, so I think I have the ability to like use it slightly, although I wouldn't abuse it just because I can lose that pass by getting booted off the panel. Would you guys agree or disagree that, you can use it in a very clever way if you are part of the community, but you shouldn't just abuse the power of it?
I don't think you should use it, period.
Oh, damn it. All right, whatever.
Take back my follow. I take back my follow, Cardio.
The R word's not the same as the N word.
It's okay. You can keep it. You can keep it. Thank you, though.
No, it's cool, Cardio.
I'm sorry, CS. Cardio, listen, I love Cardio. That's my brother, okay? He says all the things that I do.
I'm your brother? You sound like someone familiar to me. With all due respect, this is not me trying to attack you, but you sound like someone very, very familiar. Your voice is very familiar to me, but hey, it's okay. You want to call me your brother?
Incarnate, yes.
Yes, you are Ringgold. I know.
I want to talk about how ridiculous it is.
Destiny.
I want to talk about.
Are you Don Lemon?
Hold on, both of you guys. Stop. The host is talking, guys.
You are Don Lemon, JD. Yes.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Cardio. I hate fucking these people, but I'm muting you both because you guys are fucking out of pocket. Go ahead, Mojo.
What the fuck was I going to say? I don't even fucking know what I was going to say now because these fucking assholes just kept talking.
I don't know. They were talking about.
You wanted to talk about something?
They were talking about what? Yes.
They were talking about R slurs.
R slurs.
No, they weren't talking about R slurs.
Yeah, they were. They said he used the R word.
Okay, what about the word regarded? I feel like that's a reappropriation.
That was the way.
No.
Yeah, that was the way you used it.
Just stop, you guys. Could you guys please just let Mojo?
No, it's going to take me a sec. I fucking lost it because they wouldn't stop fucking talking.
Then Civics was going to say something. He's been trying to come up with it. So Civics, go. Mojo, it'll come to you, I'm sure. But go ahead, Civics.
I've been trying to deathly avoid. I don't know how to put this nicely. The media fodder on us being distracted over this Carmelo Anthony case. None of us are fucking lawyers. They're gonna appeal it. I don't care what his fucking dad said. All of this shit is distraction. SpaceX is about to do one of the biggest fucking rug pulls in the entire fucking planet, and it's going to give our earliest look at a potential AI bubble here. And it's happening right now, and we're still fucking talking about some shit that doesn't matter.
All right, Civics, I do want to talk about that for 1 second. What is the pricing of their IPO?
They're selling it at $135 a share.
That's actually, relatively. I don't know. I'm not going to comment because I don't want to make any investment.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you. I don't know.
It'll probably, if my here's my prediction. It'll probably dip to like 99, I would say, but it won't go lower than that. Once it hits like the under 100 threshold, people will start buying. But anyway,
I wholeheartedly disagree with Civics. Okay, the Carmelo case is one example of a wide variety of things that are founded and based in racist values by the Republican Party. You can also talk about gerrymandering that's happening in the Southeast. All these things are things that we ought to focus on because of how important they are. I would actually argue that this case specifically, in of itself, is the example of a long line of cases that involve corruption, particularly targeted towards marginalized communities, and we ought to work towards fixing the system so that way these marginalized communities don't have such a fucking difficult time.
The AI bubble.
I think we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
The AI bubble can destroy the country. It can destroy the world. It can destroy all economies that exist on the face of the planet. The racism that we're talking about, the sexism that we're talking about, the bigotry that we're talking about right now is something that's ongoing and probably something that's never going to end. We can always talk about these issues, but the IPO, however, could end the world as we know it.
So talk more about that. It sounds like we're hearing prophesizing on this. Like, what? No, well, hold on. I'm hearing that there's the IPO, then there's also AI bubble are the two terms I heard. What's the end of the world part?
Leveraged all of our investments and the majority of our economy on AI being the next big thing. This IPO is the first one that has actually tied revenue and growth to an AI model. Anthropic's not far behind with an IPO. This is going to be the first domino. It all depends on when the markets close today.
So are you saying that because individuals are investing into it, that they're going to be taking money? Is that the rug pull?
They're taking it out of sector, out of different. Yes, this has been kind of a known thing since this IPO is going to happen. But yeah, they're taking it out of I would say even in Nvidia, they're taking it out of a lot of things that are overinflated. Probably Tesla even. I would take a gander at, and then they're going to put it.
I was going to say the same thing, but I want to be an asshole.
What are you talking about? Nvidia?
You said Nvidia.
Well, you said Nvidia.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
No,
Nvidia.
you're fine.
I don't care. I probably know more about the stock market than you guys.
I'm very dyslexic, so I have no room to say anything.
You're crazy, and I think you just like to talk about something. Never mind. Sorry.
By the way. Mojo, I will drop the panel for you and I to have a stock market conversation because you can't fucking do it.
What I wanted earlier to talk about is how you guys fucking throw the term love around way too fucking much. You guys are fucking crazy and disgusting.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You have completely devalued the term love.
Wait. Okay, Mojo, since you have nothing better to talk about, sure, we can go there. And what are you talking about? Did you hear me on the phone with my sister when you were on Discord and I was talking to her and I was talking to you at the same time and I said, oh my God, I love you. Okay, thank you, bye. I love you.
No, I was talking about
That's
JD's
your sister, though.
I was talking about JD telling me that he loved me, and then telling Cardio that he loved him, and then we were talking about Destiny earlier, who says "fucking I love you" to goddamn everybody, and it's fucking annoying as shit.
It's like
Anyway.
a fucking
hold on. If you have a problem with
point,
my
dude.
usage of the word, my colloquial usage of the word love, and how I use it on my day-to-day basis, don't blame me. Blame Destiny, because Destiny is the one who fucking uses it and then calls them regards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did we get sidelined? I thought we were going to talk about the IPO. Jesus.
Well, this is what I was going to bring up earlier. By the way, it came back to me.
I would civics.
Can you tell them how they bypassed the normal seasoning period? And that to me is the biggest red flag. That this was rushed through.
I honestly haven't followed this IPO as much as I should have. I just got back to work from.
So normally when a company
seasoning, of course, a white guy bypasses seasoning.
Yeah, it's boiled chicken. It's inflated boiled chicken, and they're trying to sell it to you like it's fried. So normally when a company goes public, and they're gonna go on Wall Street, they go through a seasoning period. It's usually like several months or a year. It just depends on the size of the company. And it's to make sure that they're going to be profitable and that there's enough liquidity before it can actually be added to, I think it's being added to the NASDAQ, right? So SpaceX was able to bypass that. And that to me is one of the biggest red flags. B, it's the consolidation of all of the other ones, right? It's like SpaceX bought XAI, which is now being, right? Like, to me, it's a house of cards. It's fluff on top of fluff. And that to me is what is going to end up being the rug pull, because there's nothing there. SpaceX was one of the only profitable companies that that was actually generating revenue that was positive in the black for Elon, and Tesla I think too, but the others are not. And that to me is the biggest fucking overinflated thing that is going to be a domino effect for the rest of these other AI companies that are trying to IPO like soon.
What is your prescription overall, Civics, that you're offering, if you have one?
You guys ran AI off the panel.
I think AI isn't going anywhere, but I would be investing in hardware if you can and try to run things locally. That's my doomsday. That's my doomsday.
Hardware is expensive as fuck right now because I need more
RAM. It's only going to get more expensive.
I need more RAM or another video card for this goddamn computer so I can run all this shit fucking well, but I can't. So this game is such a resource fuck. Anyway, sorry, that's just my bitch.
You need to be running all your streaming stuff off of one computer and just video streaming your games from the other computer. It's gotta be your best solution.
I can't do that. I don't know how to fucking do that. How do I pull an image from a second computer to my first computer? How do I do that?
So, I guess I have to look does the Ethernet not have the bandwidth to do that?
Mine does, but I don't know how to set it up that way. I have gig service.
Maybe using your local network.
If you have a 10 gigabit Ethernet connection, it should be able to stream that video.
Yeah, it should be able to, but oh damn! Right, 37.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic. I'll look into it for you.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know either. Not sure.
Mojo, are you gonna play the new Black Flag?
A new Black Flag? I didn't even know.
I shouldn't say new. You're correct. The remake.
It's a remake? Probably not.
It looks really good, brother. I highly suggest it.
Why? It's a fucking remake of something that existed already. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would anybody do that?
I'll tell you exactly why. One, graphics overhaul, which graphics overhaul usually can be either good or bad, but in this instance is really good. Another example I can think of is if you've seen the footage for Tomb Raider, graphics on that are really good as well. So that's the way that I'm using graphics overhaul. Two, New story overhaul. So while they're remaining really faithful and loyal to the OM, there is going to be new content regarding plot lines for Blackbeard or like Bonnie, shit like that. 3, gameplay overhaul. So when I say gameplay overhaul, like ship combat is completely different compared to what it used to be. Ship combat, even though I love the original game, was very limited. Here, it's a lot more expansive and diverse.
Oh my god, did we pivot to video games? I will
Yes,
fucking
we
die
did,
again.
because...
This is so stupid. No, we're
All
not
right,
doing
CS, that's fine. Let's test your knowledge. What are 3 strategies to predicting the stock market? Miss Know-It-All.
What strategies? I'm sorry?
3 strategies to predicting the stock market.
A crystal ball, a tarot deck, and some dice.
No. Listen, JD. I don't claim to be like the authority on the stock market, but I will say
you know more than me.
Hold on, I will say how I invest is fundamentals, overall sentiment, and current state of the economy. Do you have a rebuttal?
Those are. I'm sorry. I didn't hear an answer. Those are 3 strategies.
Those are 3 strategies, correct?
No, they're not. You're lying.
Those are what I use. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you want to go portfolio for portfolio, we can.
We'll go bag for bag right now, gay.
Bag for bag. I'm good.
I feel a little bad that,
what are you invested in?
People keep. I feel like a little bad that we're just like just glossing right over civics, like pretty sounding serious concern. Like, what do you think we should take away from this? What do you think that people should know and be aware of to help guide the situation in a better direction, civics?
We need fucking regulation. The AI companies are trying to go public before the bubble bursts. It's clear as day. Meaning they are aware that the bubble will burst, so they're trying to go public so that they have a cushion to land on.
Gotcha. I see what you mean now with that.
These going public means people's
JD's
pensions.
Trading strategies. Sorry.
Yeah, but the worry is it's people's pensions, it's 401ks. It's people, everyday people that are like, oh, I'll just use a mutual fund or something like that and trust that they're going to make the right choice for me. It's going to be a fucking domino effect. I hope not as bad as 2008.
Oh, right. Because now they can start investing. Yeah, like, because also now people.
Exactly. But let's talk about some racist dad's rant. Let's talk about that.
Hold on one second. Without using AI or without using any resources, what is your investing strategy?
My investing strategy? Solely put 100% of all my money into Taco Bell. So yes, you have to understand. I'm low-key, I'm dead-ass, like, just fucking with you right now. Okay? You're getting so heated by it.
Oh, God. Can you please preface with that before I have to put any energy into, like, being serious?
Yes, how did you not see this coming? My concern is that you didn't see that coming from a mile away.
No, I was teacupped. I was fucking texting my short king, okay? Give me a minute.
I thought you weren't going out with Short King today.
No, that's tomorrow and that's a different person.
Alright, wait, is Short King the one with the big feet that you were talking about?
No, that was Small Feet, and that was off-putting.
Small Feet, that's right.
How do you think he would feel if he knew you were referring to him as Short King?
Not good. Not good at all. But I will say, if he stood on his gold bars, he'd be taller than everyone in this room.
Yeah, I sent him a text saying, go watch the YouTube feed.
Yeah, you're a fucker. It doesn't matter. I'm going out with someone different tomorrow, but I was texting Short King back because we do have the World Cup in common, and I'm very excited for the United States to play tonight, just so you guys know. And it's going to be a late stay up for me, but I'm very excited for it. Even though it's a young team, I'm all scared.
You know, I'll say this. The FIFA fucked up by letting MetLife be the final. It should be at Stadio Azteca. That's the OG World Cup final. It's where Pele played his last World Cup final. It's where Maradona won his World Cup final. The hand of God. It all happened there. Why the fuck are we not having a final there?
It's like, listen, Civics, you're speaking my fucking language, man. Messi Maradona, 2010? that was the best World Cup. Even though I think they came in third, but it was the best. Like the chaos between those two was amazing. And then you had the announcers, because the Pope at the time was Argentinian. And so they're like, we got Messi, we got Maradona, we got the Holy Grail. It was amazing.
That was South Africa, 2010. That's when Spain won.
2010, yeah.
CS, are you more of a bearish or bullish? Which one?
In the current sentiment? In the current sentiment, I'm absolutely bearish. But, I mean, we've been bearish for a very long time, like in sentiment. But in actuality, things have changed since 2020. I want to say like 2022. There was calls from like even Jamie Dimon for recessions. We just haven't seen that yet. So yeah, it's gonna happen. We just don't know when, and it's been predicted for a very long time.
I understand that, and I think I agree with that in some sense. I think myself, I classify as an otterish.
I think you yourself, sir, are a dipshit and have no business in this conversation.
So let me ask you this. Can I ask you this real quick? I have an IRA and I'm with Schwab. Like, is there anything I can do that anyone is aware of that can say, avoid investing into the AI stuff, or is it just whatever they want to invest in? Because I don't really fuck with them. I just let them do whatever they do.
Ash, I would love to give like any advice. I only invest in like. Listen, I had been told to invest in gold by a certain person at a certain time, and I was like, nope, this doesn't feel good. It feels like gold is peaking, and ever since then, it's been very bearish. And also at the same time, there was another energy company that I was told to invest in. I didn't because I was like, dude, this is not, no. So I think getting investment advice from somebody like on the internet or somebody who's not a professional in that field is probably not the best. And also, when I do well in the stock market and I make suggestions to other people to do the same, they usually, for whatever fucking reason in the universe, the stock usually tanks or the crypto usually tanks. And I'm like, God damn it. God,
so I'm not looking for advice, though. I'm just asking if it's. I'm not asking for advice, though. Just real quick, I'm just asking if it's possible to avoid my institution investing for me in AI.
They might have an option. Usually, a mutual aid or ETF or something like that has multiple investments, right? So it's like, I don't know. Let's say hypothetically, you're giving them $100. They're gonna spend 25 here, 30 there, 60 there. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a diversified portfolio that they're doing. You might, if you have a financial advisor, you can tell them, hey, I don't want you investing in SpaceX.
Jack looks like he just came out of an Austin Powers movie, and I'm fucking with the vibe.
Don't invest also, you guys use like, oh, yes, palette. Yes. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, listen, when one of the big stocks I gained on was like, if you can use like what you know to be true, what's happening, and you... I hate this term too, but buy the hype, sell the news. So for me, it was coming out of like COVID time and COVID era was when I saw like a lot of like the energy stocks, like even American Airlines. I was like, oh shit, American Airlines is going to be shit right now. But then once the world opens back up and they're going to be back in business, that stock's going to take off. Same thing I did with like, I think it was Mobile Energy. Mobile Energy, like, yeah, they weren't selling shit when we were in lockdown, but then once they came out, it was a huge burst. So I think that stock went up 100%. Like, you have to just understand what's going on in your reality and your news, and like just invest accordingly.
Sure. Let me ask a serious question, okay? I'm actually doing the troll now.
If you fuck around, I'm going to fucking drop you because I'm only speaking from my soul.
No, I want your thoughts and I want Civic's thoughts. I have my own opinions on this, but what do you guys often think about like day traders who try to sell like these ideas of you can do this to get rich immediately?
It depends on what day trading you're doing. Sorry, go ahead, Civic. You go first, but I'd like to follow.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
There's no immediate to day trading. You have to be extremely on the ball. You have to have an extremely fast internet connection. You have to be on. There's no like, I'm going to do this for 5 minutes to come back. Like it's a stressful job for a reason because you're going on fractions of a share. You're shorting something or you're right. Like it takes a lot of fucking concentration and these fucking finance bros that are on YouTube that are saying that they can get rich quick or something like that. It's fucking lies. You can make money off day trading, but it is a full-time job.
Yes, but if you're doing your own like retail personal day trading, I think there's some value in that if you have like some sort of sentiment towards the market. So if you have like a unique understanding, you can do it, but you also have to understand you have to have at least, I believe it's 20 grand invested into the stock market in order to be able to day trade. Otherwise you're going to pay like huge penalties, or you're going to get fined and not be able to trade. Crypto is different. Crypto you can day trade without restriction. So depending on however that moves, you can. And I've made decent money off of day trading in crypto, but crypto right now, I don't know.
Sure, like good faith question, because I honestly don't understand this part. What is the barrier to entry here that you're talking about, where you have to essentially establish a $20,000 down payment into the stock market before you can begin investing?
No. That's not just begin investing. So there's
day trading,
you can trade 3 times a week. You can trade the same stock 3 times a week. If you are under 20 grand, you can trade $1. You can trade $20. It doesn't give a shit. But if you are going to day trade on a daily basis, so 5 days out of the week, you have to have 20 grand invested. That's just like the SEC rules.
Okay.
So I would suggest if you're going to if you're going to do it and off like the basis of like what you know or what you want to invest in, go with 3 days a week, but plan on there might be a day of losing. There's also like, I don't get into shorting because like I'm not that savvy, but I understand people that have made a huge amount of money day trading in shorting.
Hey, CS.
Hi, Ella.
Hi. I don't want to take up room that could possibly be for opposition or whatever, or people that actually know about whatever y'all are talking about. I just wanted to ask Mojo a quick question, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
What did I do?
No, I've been streaming the World Cup games, and I was wondering, because I'm just doing it in my little gaming Discord, but you know, there's like 20 people in there. But I'm wondering if I could do it in your Discord if more people wanted to watch the games. That's really all.
Yeah, if you want to do it in Discord, that's fine. I wouldn't suggest doing it on TikTok. So.
No, I wasn't going to do it on TikTok. I'm asking for permission to do it in your Discord because there are more people in there.
Yeah, Ella. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, and I'd love that, Ella, because you know what was really weird yesterday when I was in your Discord watching it? I was at minute, I think it was like 25, and you were at minute 40.
If you what? It's because
I'll come hang out.
You said you had commercials. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you said you had commercials when I didn't have any. So I think it may have been like just you watching it through cable and I'm watching like a live stream, maybe? I don't know how that was different.
Pay for it for now. Yeah, no, I would love that, Ella, as long as, you know, Mojo is amenable to it, even though it's sports ball. But Mojo, this is what I love about it. Like, if you could have watched yesterday, like, how much pride Mexico had playing their team in their stadium, like, it was incredible. So even if you don't give a shit,
dude, the roaring of the stadium in the first. So the opening goal of the World Cup was in Mexico by Mexico.
How many goals are there? How many goals were there?
It was 2-0. It was 2-0.
Fucking annoying as shit.
No, see, that's somebody who needs instant gratification. This is something that like takes strategy. Like you employ like such incredible ball handling skills, like the athleticism for them to run up and down the field. The fact that they can pass.
Yeah, that's awesome. Running up and down the field is so great to watch. I love watching people run up and down the field.
The fact that you have all of these people who are like one-to-one on defense, the strategy that they play, like when they need to play that strategy. And let me tell you, Mojo, when you come to a World Cup fucking elimination game or a finals and you have penalty kicks or shootouts, It is the most intense, beautiful thing you will ever see in your life, and that's what we live for in soccer.
You would probably even acknowledge this as well, Mojo, which is that hand coordination is actually a lot easier than foot coordination. CS is correct on this. The amount of practice that it takes in order.
I have no interest. I don't care. I don't care. I have no interest in watching people run up and down a fucking grassy field. It doesn't. I don't want to see it.
The amount of practice the amount of practice that it takes
in order for someone to actually...
He's not going to listen.
This is the kind of fucking bull that he is. He's just going to keep talking and saying stupid shit over and over again. God damn it. We got to fucking listen to it because he's annoying as shit. Yeah, exactly.
JD, now so here's what we do. Here's what we do. We
Hold on, you guys.
And we let Ella go. Go ahead, Ella.
Yeah. Like, Mojo... If this is the attitude you're gonna have, I'm gonna ban you from your own Discord channel. Okay, you're not gonna sour. You're not gonna sour the soccer matches for me. That's not happening.
No, I'll just come hang out because it'll be fun to hang out. I don't need to watch it. It doesn't matter.
Dude, and then we're gonna fucking turn you into a fan. You're gonna be like, holy fucking shit! The amount of camaraderie. Go ahead.
Yes, but do you know the history of it, Mr. Left Wing Man?
I don't give two shits about the history of it. I don't even fucking care about the Olympics.
It was union workers and factory workers looking for something to do in their off time. And guess what? A ball is pretty cheap, and getting two teams on opposite sides is pretty easy. It started in Europe. It started in England, and then spread to other fucking laborers. It is a working class sport.
I don't care.
Which is why it's been so easily adopted around the fucking globe.
I don't care.
The amount of practice that it takes for someone to be able to...
I don't care. It's fucking bread and circuses. It's bread and circuses. I don't care.
It is not. It is not. It is not, Mojo. So, you know what? I always did believe you about it being the opium of the masses, some certain sports.
No, that's religion.
You also said sports. No, sir.
Yes, sports is bread and circuses.
You said sports. Hold on, JD. Let me have this out with him. Mojo one-on-one. Mojo, you said that sports were the opium of the masses as well.
I have not.
You absolutely have.
I have not.
And listen, don't make me fucking go through every YouTube video.
I'm just going to start playing this big World Cup song. I don't care.
And JD, let me have this out, okay? Mute 1 second. So here's the thing, Mojo. When you do come in and you see what's happening in these stadiums with all of these people jumping up and down for their teams, for saluting like their country for winning something, that is a sense of like pride, whether or not you believe it or whether or not you want to buy into it, just to get behind something that may not be politics, may not be like so fucking serious, but maybe something that people believe in.
Bigger than the Olympics.
This is so boring. This is so fucking boring.
Sports is
boring. Excuse me.
boring.
Let me see myself out, Mojo, if you don't want to have this conversation.
Anyway, you want to see cool videos, CS, look at the Koreans hanging out in Mexico. It's so fun.
I will. And could you send me the link? Because, listen, I don't need to convince Mojo to be a fan of it. I don't need to convince anyone to be a fan of it. I find joy. I've followed this for a very long time. Civics, when you said Maradona Messi 2010 was one of my favorite fucking World Cups. Because if you knew about the history of Maradona Messi, if you knew about how far this dates back, Mojo, then you would understand that there's a lot of like cultural implication.
I just don't fucking care.
You know what's bullshit? I'm sorry, but Civics, you're annoying. You came up here and gave a shit about talking about something serious happening right now because we should be talking about something important like AI, and now you're engaging in fucking soccer.
Dude, it's important.
The fucking World
Do you
Cup,
want to know
man.
why it's important too?
Who
Sorry,
gives a shit?
You go, and then I'll go, and I will tell you why it's important.
It's the World Cup. It's hands down the most watched event every 4 years. It's not even just sporting event, just event.
Do you think if the UFC fight that happens on the White House lawn is the most watched thing, you think that's important?
No, it won't ever be. That's the thing.
If it's the most watched, then what do you mean?
I can't stress this enough. I will say this again. It is a working class sport. Anybody in the fucking planet can get 11 people aside or 7 people aside and have a fucking round object that they try to shoot through 2 sticks. The game is simple but extremely complicated at the same fucking time. That's the beauty of the game. Anybody can play it.
Sure. And I play it with my son in the backyard, but I don't watch it.
All right, Ash. So do you think it would be interesting? Like right now, we're in the middle of, I would say, a war with Iran. Do you think Iran is going to show up in the United States to play in the World Cup? Because their game is in California.
You know, when we're
Mojo,
talking about
this
the
is
Anthony,
not directed at you. You need to calm the fuck down and play your video game.
Yes, when we were talking about the Anthony thing, we had, 90, 100 people in here. Then we dropped down to
No, we did
70.
not.
Yes, we did. Then we dropped down to 70 or so when you guys started talking about the stock market. Now we're down to 58 when you guys started talking about fucking sports. You want to know why I don't like fucking talking about sports? Because nobody else does either.
They're boring.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're continuing the
fine.
Okay, they were at 70
Hold
when
on
we were
one
talking
second. I'll make my last statement on it. Again, I will ask the question. Iran is showing up to the United States. Iran is at war with the United States, but they will still play in the World Cup. Granted, they're going to do like a very quick flyby. They're going to go to California just for the game, and they're going to fly right back out. And they're staying in Tijuana.
Gaslighting.
Talking about drones or the players?
Gaslighting.
Oh,
God. I gotta scream now because people just don't want to listen to me, I guess. I don't, it's fucking annoying, okay? Gaslighting, Mojo, because they were at 70 when we were talking with you in fucking cardio about Carmelo Anthony, okay? Fuck you.
And does anybody remember, too, when... I think it was Colombia scored their own goal. I think it was in the last United States World Cup in '96.
It was in '94, and it was what's his name?
It was Escobar. It was Escobar.
Yeah.
Pablo. Pablo, and then it was the tale of two Pablos.
Two Escobars, yes.
Yes.
So fucking stupid.
This is so cool in history, dude.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What you miss.
I have a question for the panel. I don't want to get into it too far, but I just have to get this off my chest. Do you guys ever go
I'll VC with you, and we'll talk about the Hand of God goal because that is my magnum opus as well.
That's a good idea. But do you guys go to Deadpans live at all?
No. Oh, yes. That's what we're gonna pivot to.
I'm sorry. I just think he's a fucking asshole. I tried going up there, and he was just being a dick to me for no reason, and I can't stand that fucking guy.
This is more important than the world stage, but okay.
True, CS.
And the
the world fucking stage. The world is watching.
I wanna acknowledge. I love football. Okay, I love football. I grew up with it, but the fact that the viewers dropped extremely the moment we started talking about this, I just want to apologize. I had a simple question, and I did not mean to derail the entire panel.
No, don't apologize, Ella. Don't. Okay? You have nothing to apologize for. You're an amazing person. You're very nice. You are a queen.
I agree that you have nothing to apologize. I agree that you have nothing to apologize for. CS should be apologizing.
No, CS has nothing to apologize for either. You need to apologize.
I apologize for being best friends with the host. Hold on. I apologize for being best friends with the host who has a very ignorant view on what's happening in current fucking state of day and current reality, where the world is combining to watch every country show up on our soil. So I'm so sorry that you're not aware of that. I apologize to the audience that you can't fucking understand that and how important it is, because we're all on United States soil doing this right now. Well, some Mexican soil, Canadian, but still North America.
Anyway, so you don't have to apologize, CS does.
Oh, I'm not apologizing to you. I think you should apologize. I think you should apologize to the fact that you're ignorant to all of this.
Yeah, I'll go run up and down a grassy field for fucking 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever.
Girl, you couldn't fucking take a ball 5 feet within you.
Just remember.
Phrasing.
CS. Just remember, you're having a conversation with someone who's criticizing sports while he's playing video games, okay? Just remember that.
Oh, I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, because playing video games is exactly the same thing as screaming at a fucking TV.
No one's screaming at a TV. What we're doing is we are watching our teams go head to head with other countries that we may have disagreements with, which is cool. But all right now that matters is on the field. All that matters is right now is who is the best ball handler. Who plays the
None
best
of that shit
fucking
matters, and who the fuck
yes,
cares?
it does. Who plays the best strategy? Who does
you wanna get
11 on
political
11
about it-
in the best way? Who does man to man? Who does zone? And I don't think you know what any of those things mean, which means you do not have a take on it. Because I don't know what fucking cosplay you're in right now and doing this weird-ass guild shit. I'm working in real-life people and real-life humans who are having an experience on the field and connecting two different countries and rooting for their country and having pride and spirit in what they represent. But go ahead, go cosplay in this.
Hey, I do both, okay? Don't be so divisive. Don't be so Trump about it, all right? Both are kind of cool. Let me just say that. Also, I would like to ask, as long as Belgium's not playing the U.S., will y'all root for Belgium with me? Well, I guess Civics is going to root for Canada, too. But anyways.
As an American, I'd be glad to root for Belgium.
I have money on Spain winning the whole thing.
Damn, really, Spain?
I can see that. I'm not gonna argue with
how do we feel about France,
Oh,
though?
did you see my little? Did you see the little cat?
No, sorry, we were talking about sports.
No, show me the cat. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's cute. I gotta get it. Okay, that's it. Move on.
France, I don't know how I feel about France yet, CS. Okay? I have optimism, but I don't think they're going to get far.
Okay. All right, we'll see. I don't know. I don't have like a definitive bet on who's going to win just
there
yet.
you go. Oh damn it.
Yeah, stop moving around like that. Oh my gosh, it's so fluffy.
That's the weird thing I found in the Abyss.
Did you notice we're back at 67 viewers?
I don't know what that means.
We talk more about sports.
Does it matter which channel I use, by the way? No. I just want to get logistics down. Okay.
Yeah, just use one of the public ones so everybody can come hang out with you. But other than that, yeah, whatever you want.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
So any people in here?
I can make you a mod. I can make you a mod in Discord too if you want. You can create your own.
I don't like all that responsibility. Can I be a lazy mod?
Not that
Is that
responsibility. Okay? I don't do anything on Discord.
I was going to say, CS is a lazy mod too. She doesn't ever do anything in there.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
But if you want,
I'm okay with being a lazy mod. But...
Okay, yeah, if you wanted to create a folder or something, you'd be able to. Yeah, I'll. If Rebel's listening, set it up. Otherwise, I'll set it up.
Cool. Yeah, and if anyone wants to come watch, in about 2 hours, I'll start streaming.
I'll be at work. I won't be able to watch.
There's a link to my
Mojo. That's 5 hours. Mojo, that's 5 hours for you according to your time zone. Just
okay, cool. I'll make sure I pay attention to that. If anybody of the few viewers that we have left right now, because sports sucks, want to go watch it with everybody, and you're not in the Discord link is in my bio. I can, I think it works. I don't know, whatever.
All right, we can get back to like whatever you want to talk about that's controversial, but I will say I don't think the viewership went down because we were talking about like the world stage. I would say that it would be because you're doing some sort of cosplay video game shit, but that's on you.
Yeah, he's trying to mog on all the competitors.
I'm actually just giving you a hard time. I don't really care either.
I know. I don't
honestly,
care either. I came in at 50 viewers. So.
There's hardly anybody online right now. Seriously, I'm looking at all the other rooms. Los has got 76. Deadpan's got 55. L's got 31. Like, nobody's got any viewers. That's why I haven't been going live in the mornings, because the mornings have sucked, really. And I end up getting more viewers at night.
It's so weird. It goes back and forth, it seems. Like, sometimes the morning is good, and then other times it's terrible.
I think part of that, too, though, is going to be all the European and Australian people who wake up to watch fucking TikTok Jerry Springer, a.k.a. all of us screaming at each other.
Like on Danielle's panel or ETRs or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be.
I can't watch that for more than 5 minutes. I'm just like, this is nonsense. And I don't know. Anytime I see Dun somewhere, I'm just like, this is...
That guy is such a piece of shit.
I don't know. I immediately start judging hosts that have him up there for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
He literally says nothing productive.
They had a real winner on there last night. Something King Slime or something like that. God, what a fucking piece of crap that guy is.
Yeah, I was listening a little bit last night. I find Liam always very, like, even when he's here on the panel too, it's almost like he tries to run the panel and then he just like works in these like really gross things, but like people just kind of gloss over it because he talks a lot. Like, ugh, I can't stand him.
I don't like him either. I don't like any of these people, to be fair, especially the ones that JD doesn't like, but I don't like Kale either, honestly. I mean, he's like a weird kid.
I'm gonna head out for a little bit because I gotta go work my capitalist job. But I love you all. Okay.
Thank God. Fuck you.
No, I think I missed a meeting.
That's not a good idea. You're gonna get yourself.
Oh no, yes.
I definitely missed that meeting. Shit.
You were so gonna get yourself in trouble.
I don't care.
You were taking a shit and you didn't want to talk in the bathroom.
She's working on a short kink. She won't have to work ever again.
This is true.
Oh yeah, this is the Willy Wonka dude, right?
Yeah. He does work for a candy factory, which is problematic given his height.
What shade of green is his hair?
Comments. Why is he not up here yapping his mouth off? Go Army? Gormy?
Gormy.
Oh no,
He's always in the comments.
He was working, yeah. So whenever he wants to request up, I'll invite him up one more time, but he said he was working last time I did.
I got a violation for harassment and bullying, you jerks.
Yeah, well stop talking shit about the World Cup.
It sucks.
You got a violation?
I did.
Sorry.
I did. I got a violation, yes. Isn't that cool?
It's because you're mentioning names, audience members that you were saying you guys don't like. That's why.
Are you sure? I don't think so.
Yeah, every time I've noticed that on other panels that I'm on, and when I do my own, the few times that I do it, that if you name specific handles of people and then you start talking crap, you will get a violation.
Really?
Oh.
Interesting.
I mean, is the AI that smart? That's interesting.
So if I say,
because I imagine it's not like an actual person listening.
If I say Penny sucks, do you think I'll get a violation?
Oh.
You might.
You might.
Penny can be used dual, like, you could be saying Penny is like change. You know what I mean? So it depends.
Did you hear, I don't know, for a while, I don't know how much longer, or sorry, how much time he was on CT's panel before I got there, but there was a roller coaster ride with Corey, or with Red Banner, yesterday, where him and Paula were at each other's throats, and then by the end of it, they were apologizing to one another. It was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of it, yeah.
It was wild when I first got there.
Corey's pretty wild, if you ask me. I don't know.
Yeah,
speaking of which, B, I heard you... I'm sorry, go.
I think with Corey, it's a matter of asking more questions. Like, eventually him and Civics, I thought, had a more productive conversation. And he was calmer with me as well, because I approached him in a calmer way. But with anybody else, he'd go off because he could, like... I think the more judgmental you come at him, he's very reactive. But I think if you talk more to him, his ideas are not, like, 99% of what he says, I'm like, fuck yes. But I think he's sensitive to how you come at him.
I agree. I mean, I'm going to agree with him on most things too, as well as with B. But I find it interesting, B, you and he were talking last night on CTs. And your answer to Stalin, Mao, Lenin was that it just takes time. You got to wait for it. There's a vanguard party, then some authoritarian comes in, and over a period of time, they end up handing the power back to the people. The proletariat ends up taking control. I think it's hilarious that you guys think that you need a revolution so we can change the system right now, and then we just rush and we kill a lot of people while we're rushing, and then we wait. We wait until we can get to a better place. I say we keep the system we have right now and institute it over a period of time. The same period of time you're probably going to want to get Stalin or Mao out of there. But we can do it through the system we have right now. We can make sure everybody's basic needs are being met today. So there.
I think what you're describing is what communists argue about on a daily basis. Right?
I know,
like what you're describing is. No, I know. What I'm saying is what you're describing right now, our difference in opinion on how change comes about, communists argue about on a daily basis. Communists within themselves argue about this. I've told you that Engels and Marx both believed in voting your way out of a system. They both believed that originally in the mid 1800s, maybe more towards 1840, 1830s. And then they changed their minds.
I think they changed their mind the other way. Marx talked about a bloodless revolution at the end. Engels talked about changing the system from within at the beginning.
Yeah. So I mean, the way people feel about how change comes about looks different for everybody. My fear is that I don't see the Democrats as the vector of change. I don't see them as that.
But an authoritarian, a dictator, that'll be a vector of change for sure.
It's not about the vector of change. I would agree that they're not the vector of change, but the vector of change can happen within the party at the primary level, which is what we're in right now, which is why people should be paying attention to any of their local candidates that are trying to unseat somebody or win the nomination. That is how you change and move the party further to the left.
Like they did with Bernie when the superdelegates just completely eliminated him from ever being an option.
And I hate the fucking propaganda.
Right. So,
the fucking MAGA propaganda.
Here's the thing. I understand that. Here's the thing. The most powerful branch of our government, even though there's supposed to be 3 equal branches, is the legislative branch. These are the primaries that I'm talking about. That is where shit happens. A president comes around every 4 years. They're limited with their powers. I understand that you're upset about Bernie. I'm upset about Bernie. Bernie wasn't going to be the answer. Bernie plus progressive Democrats being elected in the legislative would have gotten that vision that Bernie wanted. Him alone wouldn't have done it. So again, circling back to primary people that are going to be elected in the legislative branch, so that they're more left wing. That's the long-term sustainable plan.
But the whole Bernie thing I'm not upset about. I could give 2 shits that he's not our president now. The issue that I have is that you're saying vote your way out of it, and I'm saying people did try to vote their way out of it, and the DNC decided who was best for everybody, what was best for everybody, and they eliminated the popular decision to have Bernie as the DNC candidate. So what I'm saying is you're saying I want an authoritarian system whilst living in an authoritarian system.
And I don't know. The Bernie thing happened in 2016, and we've all, at some point in this last year admitted that, like policy-wise, things have shifted a little bit more to the right. I shouldn't say we've all. I've heard it's been said often. So are we sure that we're actually changing anything from within the established Democratic Party? Because as far as I can tell, it's not really changing all that much. And we're 10 years later at this point.
That's because we had Bernie or bust, and then Bernie bros ended up voting for Donald Trump as well. That's why. No,
yeah.
I think it's interesting that Stalin and Lenin and Mao led to tens of millions of people being killed. When they took power, the suffering was immense. And yet here you are talking about the suffering of this American capitalistic system that we have. Kind of crazy.
The suffering was immense, but the suffering also requires material analysis. Do you know what dialectical materialism is?
I have absolutely no fucking idea.
One more fucking time.
I know. I fucking hate communists. I hate communists. I hate libertarians. I hate all of you.
Okay, that's fine. Essentially what dialectical materialism is looking at the material conditions of the current time and analyzing why those things happened the way that they did. So to just simply put a broad blanket statement and say millions of people died is no material analysis. You're not seeing what the history was at that time. You're not understanding. We're just kind of attributing it and falling into the American propaganda.
And you do the same thing when you look at America. You do the same fucking thing. You're using MAGA. You're not doing any kind of analysis. You're using MAGA propaganda right now to roll along and say that Bernie was stolen. He had the election stolen from him, even though that's not fucking true in any way, shape, or form.
MAGA never says that. I've never heard a MAGA person ever say anything.
They say that all the time, especially in 2016. But hold on, can I say this before we get off the topic? The material conditions in 2016 or 2015 when Bernie was running have gotten worse for the working class. People have gotten less money since then. They are going to be more. They're going to be more receptive to the message that he was trying to push in 2015 to a candidate in 2028. If we're going to go until 2028, there's a difference there, right? They're starting to realize a little bit more of class consciousness. I loved Bernie. I just think that it was a little too early considering where we were at that time. It's only gotten fucking worse.
That's actually interesting because I was just thinking, and I'm not generally an optimist by nature, but I will say that maybe it wasn't time. Maybe what we're seeing is that people needed the opportunity to see shit really get bad, and then the next time around when we get someone really progressive like AOC or the next Bernie, then we'll actually have cultivated more progressives in Congress and created a better environment to push that forward. Not that it's a better environment in general, but a better environment for it to be well received by the masses. Maybe, I don't know.
When will there be a better time to have universal health care when we're one of the only first-world nations that don't have universal health care? When will there be a better time to make people's material conditions significantly better? If it's not now, then when?
Obviously, it's now, but we're not talking about just healthcare. We're talking about progressive ideas in general.
Healthcare is a huge aspect. I bring up healthcare because that was probably the most important thing that has been talked about in a political space in a couple of decades. So if you want to move incrementally, one policy at a time, you push them left farther by implementing universal health care, getting somebody like Bernie or whatever, maybe if AOC ends up doing it to her. Then you go for the next candidate who wants to implement universal child care. And then you keep pushing them left to the policies. I get that. The only issue is when you try to do that, the DNC says, no, I know better. I know who's electable. Our superdelegates are going to take over. That's just what happened.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of having this. Go ahead, Mojo.
Well, you know that Hillary got like 3 million more votes in the primary than Bernie did, right? Right, B?
Donovan in the comments. I don't know if he's private and needs up or something. Just figured I'd let you know.
I don't know. I don't care. He fucking pissed me off all the hell last night.
Oh.
And he was a total fucking dick to CS. Fucking asshole.
Oh, okay. That tracks, I guess.
Yeah, and that mixed with everything else. And then he went and got himself kicked off another channel after that. And just was freaking out. I don't know, drinking or not, something, but he was pretty fucking wild last night.
But I mean, Obama did this, right? Obama pushed us left. Like he wasn't able to get the single payer thing that he wanted. They bastardized the thing he wanted, and it didn't turn out as well as we would have liked. But he did push that idea to the left, right? So maybe next time, next presidential cycle, people have it's an easier pill to swallow, kind of thing.
I do, and I said that to Corey last night too. Like, there is some progress, right? Like let's say over the last 10, 20 years, I think there is progress in terms of I don't know, LGBTQIA folks are, we can get married, things like that. So there is some progress, but it's very slow moving. Same thing with the healthcare. Even though the ACA is imperfect, it is better than what we had before. But it's I mean, I agree with incremental, but this is like glacier pace. And where I think in terms of providing safety nets for our people, we are light years behind on some other countries. And I comparing is maybe not the best idea, but considering that we all would like to see the US being the best country in the world, we're just being agreeable to a pace that I don't think is acceptable at this point.
But also, it's not just... go ahead, Civics.
I just wanted to say quickly, we also have... Ali, you're from somewhere else. You know how conservative this country is. It's not just like the politics are conservative. Socially conservative. This is a fucking nanny state. I hate to break it to you all. Like, you preach freedoms and all this shit. I promise you other countries have more freedom than the U.S. does, even though we try to put that on all of our shit as if we're this totally free country. The Patriot Act, all of this shit. We live in a fucking nanny state. So, and we also have it throughout popular culture, old westerns, fucking, you name it. There's been, within popular culture, ingrained, whether you want to admit it or not, this distrust of the government. Reagan's speeches, old westerns, or anything along those lines. I don't trust the government. That thing is ingrained in us. And once you have that in popular culture, it's very hard to look to the government and politicians to solve your fucking problems.
Hey, Civics, speaking of old westerns, do you wonder, like, how America went from whorehouses and whiskey to Mike Johnson?
Repressed feelings?
I just, like, can't figure it out. I'm like, didn't America used to be the wild, wild west? Weren't we, like, wild and free and exploring and doing all this stuff? And it was...
That's why we idolize the cops. Wyatt Earp had to come in there and straighten it all out. Idolize authority. Idolize the police. They're the only ones that can save you.
I don't want to be saved. I want whorehouses and whiskey. I want that America.
ACAB. I don't know what to tell you. ACAB.
The shift happened actually in the 50s. The biggest shift happened in the 50s when we introduced religion into politics. The Catholics understood that they can start harping on people's feelings about abortion and things like that throughout the decades. And so the shift really happens when we start implementing religion into politics. As we all know, In God We Trust is not originally on, our currency. It's a recent shift, actually.
But like the overlap of the Conservative Party and the highest meth use are the same map. It's the same map. So like they're all still wild, wild westing, but they are doing something else politically, and it's super weird. Like I feel like we do have freedom, Civics, and I would just say that we do have freedom because like I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want and not go to jail, right? Like I can have 7 boyfriends and be drunk all the time and do whatever. I can do whatever I want and not go to jail. So that is a freedom. Like you don't have that in Russia.
Can you drink in the park?
In the park?
Yeah.
Oh, you asked a bad person this. I know what you mean, and you want the answer to be no. But in my town, because I live in wine country, we can drink in the park.
Okay.
Yeah, drink anywhere in
outside of wine
California
country, can you drink in the park?
I guess not.
No,
So I know-
Conservative
I know
nanny state. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, we can though. Like in New Orleans, you can walk around the street with a drink. In Las Vegas, you can walk down the street with a drink. Like there is freedom within America, and then these conservative groups like crack down on certain things in certain places. But there are certain freedoms in America, whereas like in China, that's not happening. In Russia, that's not happening. In North Korea, that's not happening. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I do agree with you, and I don't like it. But I think that some people are free in America, and it should be everybody. So let's just leave it at that. But I also want to just speak on really quickly the Democrat versus Republican parties right now. And I just watched them right now. You can watch live of them interviewing judges, like for the appeals court. And they asked them who won the 2020 election, and they won't say, right? These judges won't say. And they say, was the Capitol attacked on J6? And they won't say. And it's this weird alternate reality that's happening in America that should terrify everybody. Like, if you can't tell the truth and you have to adopt Donald Trump's lies, like, that's bigger than any other problem we've ever had, as far as I'm concerned. And like, do you remember the McCarthy trial? And at the end where he says to the guy, "You have you no sense of decency?" And it ended. And Roy Cohn was standing right next to him when that happened. And like, he had no fucking sense of decency, and these people don't either. And we're reliving that right now. And so within the Democratic Party, yeah, there are terrible people, because terrible people seek power. And so people will be like, "Oh, run as a Democrat and be powerful and make choices, and this is going to be great because I know what's best for everyone." And they do. And within the Republican Party, same thing. But within the Democratic Party, there are good people too, like Bernie Sanders, like AOC, like Jasmine Crockett. There are people who have integrity and who want to get money out of politics and who want to end Citizens United and who understand the direction that this country could go in that would be horrifying, and that understand what would be better for us. And
For sure.
So
we need to prop them up in the legislature. Sorry, Ella, go ahead.
Give me 1 second, because I think there's a bit of a rumble going on in the comments, and I don't know, between a mod and Go Army or something, so I just wanted to call CS and Mojo's attention. I don't know what to do with it. I'm a lazy mod, so y'all figure it out. Anyways, please continue.
Okay, sorry. Hold on a second. Rebel and Go Army always fight in the comments. So if you guys want to come up here and have the conversation up here, we can do that.
Rebel's muting people because of slurs, I think.
Revel and Go Army.
Okay.
Wait.
Rebel muted someone, and then someone else was like, "Oh, you're over modding," and he's like, "Oh, you want to back slurs? Because I'll mute you too." Rebel's just muting the shit get out of control.
Yeah. No. Well, if you're
it's good for the algorithm, let them fight.
Hold on, one second. If you're muting Go Army because he's saying like shit that we don't agree with, no. But if Go Army, if you're saying slurs, stop fucking saying slurs. You know I don't mute you. You know that's like a panel policy, but just don't use slurs, man. Okay. If it's a disagreement, do not mute. I trust Revel, and I believe in, like, if he does have a mute, but if it is, again, just because of disagreements, please don't. If it's because of anything like doxing and R slurs, hard R's, those are the things that we mute for. So please just be aware of that.
I'm going to pop off for a minute, but real quick, I'm going to pop off for a minute, but for Mojo, I just want to let you guys know that I love you, and I'll be back later.
Weirdo.
Love you
too. So I think that right now, when we're facing a Republican Party that is completely weird and like brainwashed by Donald Trump, and when actual judges won't say who won the 2020 election, like, that is a next level propaganda, brainwashing hell. Like, we all saw on TV what happened, right? We watched it, and now they're saying it was like a celebration. It was a loving day. Like, I cried watching that. Like, there's some craziness. And so I'm not all 100% like every Democrat is better. Like, I didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton. I wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders. I actually was registered as an independent and changed my registration to Democrat so that I could vote for Bernie Sanders in the primary. And I did. But I don't like all Democrats, and I don't think they're all good people. And I'm not like, this is the evil side and this is the good side. I think that pretty much anyone who wants to be a politician has some amount of evil in them, or like need for power or whatever. But within the Democratic Party, there are good people. And I think that that is no longer true of the Republican Party because they've been so forced to live in Donald Trump's imagination.
They've been labeled as rhinos. Not that they were good, but they had principles. They were conservatives because they were conservatives, and they stuck to their conservative principles, and they've been labeled as rhinos. It's insane.
Right. They're no longer, they don't get to be Republicans. And Thomas Massie gets run out of town for trying to release the Epstein files. And it's really a dangerous time. And I really hope that people just vote Democrat, even if they're not Democrats. I just fucking vote blue to put some brakes on this because this country needs two parties. We need checks and balances. And if we keep giving all of the power to Trump, our economy is very we're not okay. We're not okay. And if we don't have the two-party system isn't the best, right? We all want ranked choice voting, but a one-party system is the fucking worst because we don't have any checks and balances, and we need to get that back. It's part of how our government works, and it's so important. We need checks and balances. And the only way to do that is to vote blue. What?
I said sleeping dogs. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Can you hear him? He's not even loud. I only ask up when he's quiet. I'm sorry. He was being pretty quiet.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey.
It's cute. No big.
Is there something big going on that we know of in terms of warfare? I'm a ways away from the air base here, but not. I can see and hear them train regularly, but they just took off 10 minutes ago in pairs of 2, and there were a total of 6 of them. I've never seen that before, ever, in the 15 years I've lived here.
It's possible.
No.
Oh crap!
I thought there was supposed to be some peace deal. At least that's what Trump said. So take that with a grain of salt.
There's also an Air Force base by where one of my great friends lives, and they just run drills, so I don't know. No, it may not be normal. I'm so unsure, and maybe the drills aren't normal considering what's going on right now. So
I see them and hear them train regularly, but it's usually 1 or 2, never 6 of them. I don't know, but yeah. Maybe it's just that, more training, more drilling.
That's scary.
I didn't realize I was going to have to collect so many damn bugs. Shit.
Yep. All the bugs. All the bugs. Everywhere you go.
That sucks.
And not just bugs, all the lavender and all the flowers, everything. Get as much as you can.
Oh well. I can only make one dye color right now. Sorry. Stupid game stuff. Maybe I should just end. Curious.
And what? End this? Fine. You're gonna go make me argue with people that I don't
I would never do such a thing. Never.
My God, Mojo.
We have 2 ups in the request. It's curious and
L predictor.
Yeah. They're both kind of assholes. Just so you know.
What op isn't?
Well, that's true. I don't know.
How is everyone doing today?
Ask and you shall receive.
Mr. Mojo, can you do GTA 6 RP?
3 assholes on the panel.
Can you do GTA 6 RP when it comes out?
Well, I did think before we point of order.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan, I always try to keep decorum with you. You were kind of rude to me last night. It did make me leave the panel. You okay
Hold on one second.
I just want to say to the viewers listening, if you, instead of paying for Paramount Plus, you can get a free trial if you sign up with a different email, just in case you used it already. So no one paid for it.
Yeah, I canceled Paramount. I canceled all my stuff.
Oh,
I'm
I
really
hope you
not
watch
happy.
Sunday.
I'm really not happy right now with all of the weird shit that's going on in America.
What would be weird?
What?
I said, what would be weird?
We're celebrating America 250.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not. I'm not
Yeah,
going
I
to
did.
watch
Thank
that.
you, Ella.
I mean, I would.
Brendan's off teacup. Brendan's off teacup right now, and we have business to attend to. Thank you, Curious. 1 second, Brendan. So
yeah, go ahead.
No, I think you were really rude to me, dude.
Okay.
What was that about?
From my perspective, you had your pet asshole on the panel. That'd be Grumble. He was allowed to say whatever he felt like saying, up to and including calling me a racist multiple times. That was ignored. The moment that
Brendan, don't get offended when anyone calls you
the
a
moment
racist.
that I
It doesn't
deployed
mean anything.
even the smallest bit of pushback, I was admonished. So you were coming across CS as a huge hypocrite.
Okay, so then you can say that, right? So I understand
I did.
that. No. You said it in way worse terms. So I can understand. I also listen. I can't always. I'm on this panel so much. I can't always pay 100% attention. I wasn't listening maybe to those facts, and if that happened, I hate when people call you a racist because I know it's a trigger for you. And I specifically remember saying that last night. I was like, that's a trigger. Don't fucking say that. But then you continue to come after me as if I am responsible for somebody else's behavior. So please, what I would appreciate is that you don't hold me accountable for other people's behaviors. I'm trying to just be a good person on this panel who allows everyone to speak. I don't control what they say, but I will admonish them if it's bad.
Now, Brendan, I must say, anyone who is on the left calling you a racist, that word gets thrown around so much nowadays to people who actually aren't racist.
Found the racist.
It really doesn't mean
Except you are a racist, though.
So
we've had conversations. You are absolutely a fucking racist.
We had one conversation.
Curious, 1 second. Let's get back to your racism in 1 second. But Brendan,
okay.
Do you think that I treat you with respect? And could you please allow me the fact to apologize to you if I didn't catch in real time that somebody was saying something that hurt your feelings? And
absolutely, I respect you, and you do give respect.
Could you please also apologize to me, and then we can move on?
I'm sorry if I was pointed with you.
You could be sorry for what was very disrespectful in that moment because I didn't want to join the panel anymore and I dropped.
I noticed that. I'm very sorry that you dropped.
Yeah, because I consider you somebody that I talk to on a daily basis, and
he's not sorry for what he said or did at all.
Well, wait. Let's focus. What was it I said specifically that offended you so deeply?
Fuck. Do you really want me to go back and play shit? Do you want me to go fucking make videos of it? I mean, what the fuck?
I just want to make sure that I'm being precise. That's all.
Yes. Let's go back. And to be quite honest, I get called so many fucking things on here, Donovan, and none of them I was expected to hear from you because you and I have had an understanding. You call other people on this panel, and I fight you on that, and I think that's gross. But you've never pointed it at me, and so that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna
How about this, Brendan? You hurt her feelings. Apologize for hurting her feelings.
There you go. I apologize for hurting your feelings.
That's fucking terrible too.
Let's go.
That's a non-apology. By the way, if you're pissed off at Grumble, yell at Grumble. Call him fucking names. Don't call CS names. She didn't fucking do anything to you.
The only name that, to my estimation, that I deployed against CS was hypocrite.
I don't think that's what you said at all. However,
No, it was way worse. It was
Do you
way
want me to
worse.
watch back and watch this
tell
on
me
YouTube?
what it was.
if you
I missed
called
this
her,
whole
Yeah,
if you
interaction.
called
yes.
her, hello, if you called her a hypocrite, I wouldn't have kicked you off the panel fucking twice.
I will messy, or if you want to messy, I'll bring it back up. But like Donovan, I've been good to you, far past what my friends would accept, far past what they're like. Hey, you're being nice to someone who's very mean to a lot of people. But you and I, understanding that we're both Irish, and I know that that brings a certain camaraderie. Again, the same way that the Muslim community would probably see each other, but we do see that. At least I do. And so now, when you're pointing that back at me. And when you're having a conversation with me and you're acting out of pocket, and I've always been fair to you, I do want an apology. It ran me off the panel, off my own fucking panel. Don't get confused. This is not Mojo's. This is mine.
Can I ask you, do you support what's going on in Ireland right now?
All right, so
We're talking about fucking Belfast.
I regret hurting your feelings very deeply. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, I think I'm good with that. But Brendan,
regret the behavior.
Before we move on,
please, yes, and please employ that against every argument that we have moving forward. Just know that, like, listen, I'm not here to like be an asshole to anyone. I'm not here to like make sure you feel like a jerk at the end of the day. I felt like a jerk at the end of the day. I felt like an asshole. And that's why I dropped, because you were being particularly mean to me. And I don't ever do that to you. So just take that with a grain of salt and employ that with anyone else you have a conversation with on this panel. And I would appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah. All right, I just wanted to throw in something real quick.
Wilco.
All right, when you said we have Irish camaraderie, the immediate thought that went in my head is like, oh, they both like SPF 50. Sweet.
Me too. Me too.
How do you feel about the people of Ireland taking it to the government?
Isn't that the people of the UK?
Well, absolutely, right?
It's Northern Ireland and it's
It's not
Belfast.
Ireland.
Absolutely. Wait
Irish
until the
people are
Southerners get involved, right? The people that live in the rural areas.
I think that they're doing exactly what Elon Musk wants them to be doing. And I think this right-wing authoritarian racist weird shit is
all the people are going back
something
to their
that
own
really
country.
works on people who aren't cultured, right?
Aren't cultured. What is the culture? Getting stabbed in the street and you just have to eat it.
Could you tell me the difference between Ireland in its country? Like the entirety of Ireland. Could you tell me what lies where?
Well, Belfast would be a northern area, correct?
Yes, and what particular sect do they follow?
Sect?
Sect, yes, religious.
She's asking Protestant or Catholic.
That would be Protestant, correct?
And whose reign do they most closely align with?
Whose reign? I mean, honestly, I'm Catholic, but yet again, Catholics, Protestants,
Let's go, baby.
We're all the same thing, right?
Not the same question. No.
But Christ is King. That's basically.
You're not the same fucking thing.
Amen.
Hold on.
Christ is King.
Yes.
You cannot claim.
Let's go, baby.
Civics, hold on,
Stop.
L Predictor, shut up.
Dude, you're a fucking child. They are not the same thing. There wouldn't be an existence of Northern Ireland at all if they were the same fucking thing.
That's what the churches need to realize, though, is Christ is King. That's really all that matters, and we join together, and you guys are fucked.
Okay, cool. So then you go and fucking
He sounds just
make
like
Protestants,
Jesus.
Anglicans, and Catholics get along.
Jesus
I'll wait. See how it
criticized
goes.
people. He wasn't
Shut
quite
up.
the
Just shut
nice
up.
man.
Shut up. God, you are fucking obnoxious. This is why you got kicked off before. Has to be. I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
this is why. Sorry, see, it's just really quick. This is why we have a clear separation of church and state, that there will be no official religion, because the fucking Anglicans and the Catholics not getting along, and then the Protestants, all of that, they're all under the Christian umbrella and they can't fucking play in the same sandbox. That's why we don't have a state religion.
One moment, please. CS Mojo, I'm gonna drop and do some things before, but I will stream the World Cup game in the Discord at noon my time. I don't 3 for all of you, I guess.
Yeah, 3 p.m. our time. Thank you. Yeah, no, appreciate that.
Mojo, if by then you have a bunch of viewers, please don't feel obligated to join. I'm not trying to take away from your panel at all. Just so you know that too. But anyways, I'll talk to y'all later.
Wait, what streaming site do you use?
Don't worry. I will probably hang out anyway, but
Did someone ask me something?
Yeah, what streaming site do you use? Do you use ppv.to or no?
No, I signed up for Sling. I don't know if
you're paying?
I get in trouble for saying that. Yeah,
okay. Never mind, my bad. Thank you for your service.
No worries.
Are you really talking about? Are you really talking about copyright theft to my fucking panel? You little.
No, I'm saying thanks. No, I'm not. She's paying for a service. I said thanks for her for paying it the right way.
Oh my God.
Not a lot of people like her.
Do you know?
I just want to thank her.
That's nice. Do you know why people always call you racist even though you have black friends? Do you know why, you guys?
Who are you talking to? I mean,
anybody who gets called racist, and they're like, but I have all these friends, I'm cool with black people.
You do realize my black friends agree with me on
right, yeah. But right? I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying, do you know why?
Explain. Because we accept we don't accept the white trash and the other trash in the society, so we get called racist.
The white trash. Wait. Hold on 1 second, Alyssa. Curious, could you please describe white trash?
You want me to elaborate on that? Okay.
Yes, I do.
So white trash would be you're strung out, say alcoholic, meth head, possibly, depending on where you live. I mean, your people who are acting like they are owed something by the state and do absolutely nothing for society, right? You're trash individuals of society.
No.
They usually sit at home, they're unemployed, don't really do much.
No, I think you have a narrow understanding of society, and I think you have a narrow understanding of the nuance of people. But go ahead, Mojo.
What do you do? What is it you do for a living?
I drive a semi for UPS.
Okay. Your union got you a pay raise?
Yeah, absolutely. About 3 years ago, right?
And then you shit on that ideology of those people that got you that raise?
If you would follow the trend, I would imagine you've noticed that the unions are voting red, right?
No, they're not. Hold on just 1 second. I want to say something.
Are you talking about boomers or are you talking about my generation?
Allow me to say something really inflammatory. This is probably going to get me in trouble.
Say it.
So no, because some other, I guess, particular places in society would call you white trash. So I would be careful.
Call me white trash for raising a family and being a civilized human being.
No, I'm just saying you shouldn't judge because some other people would call you white trash.
Wait, who called you civilized? There's no way anybody's ever called you civilized.
He believes in Jesus Christ. He's civilized.
UPS drivers aren't getting a table at fucking Mar-a-Lago, that's for sure.
Yeah, only pedophiles.
You work at UPS. You're the second richest person in the panel, probably.
It is the second time you've deployed non-TikTok friendly language. Please cut it out.
Who is this?
You got to say P3DO. You know that. You also cannot say. You also have to use the word poked. You used the S word earlier. Please don't do that.
All right, my bad.
Thank you, Brendan.
Something's in the air today.
All right. So, anyways, please don't consider yourself white trash when every other.
I never considered myself white trash. Just others.
All right. Don't consider other people white trash when people consider you white trash, and then people could consider me white trash. Based on the hierarchy of understanding.
What is white trash in your definition? I'd love to hear it.
In my definition, definition of white trash are people are. That's a good one. I haven't really reflected on it, and if you know anything about me, I like to reflect on things before I answer. However, I'll give the off the cuff. The off the cuff of white trash for me is people who look down on other examples of those in their own race and want to admonish them for one, being on food stamps or needing help or doing something like that. I think that's white trash more than anything than people who need that kind of help.
Ooh. Well, couldn't the white trash just go get a job like the rest of us out here?
Could they? I don't know. Do they have the right qualifications? Are they working for like a company like Walmart or something like that doesn't pay fair wages and also keeps them under the bar for needing to get on like a subsidy, like subsidized health insurance or food stamps or things like that?
Well, it seems like they should have researched all these things right when they were younger. Growing up as an adult,
sir, as a truck driver, and I'm not trying to like admonish like your profession, but I would say that some of the people would consider you white trash. So I would be careful where you qualify and quantify white trash.
Don't be defensive, bro.
I went to school, right, and
What?
I was also
truck driving
working
school.
at
Cool.
no college, right. Got a business.
What'd you study?
degree.
Truck driving college. Cool.
Right. What's your degree?
Business. I've got a 2-year associate's.
You have an associate's.
Why didn't you do the other 2 years?
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Shut up.
Okay.
You're about to bully you, bro.
You don't get an associate's.
People are all bullies.
You don't get an associate's in business. You get associates in general education, unless you're going to one of those. Unless you're going to one of those private institutions like I don't know, ITT Tech or some shit.
Yep. Now, so I get
So
an
that's where you went.
right?
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it as a dickhead.
And then I
as a truck
realized,
driver, you have no right to call anyone else white trash.
yeah, how much do I get paid? Do you even understand how much UPS
Probably
drivers get paid?
$110 at
You
best.
get paid a lot, bro.
Probably
If
$110
all I heard
at
was
best.
UPS.
Now,
No, $110.
do we
irony is that
do we have a pension? It's almost like communism.
Who fought for that fucking pension? Stop. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this shit.
Now,
You
the
argue
right
against
wing
you
people that
stop.
we're going to vote
You
for
argue
fought for
against
that
left-wing
pension,
politics. You
Why are you
argue
so
against the left
emotional?
side of the
Relax.
aisle.
Yeah, I was
Yet-
going to say, I've got a
yet it's the
pension. You don't
fucking
get
left
mad,
that
bro.
got
Get
you.
mad.
It's the left that got you your fucking pension.
Well, it's not the
and that
communists
fight.
that got me my pension.
Oh my
it'd be
fucking god! Thank you.
Be the
Your
capitalists that
union
got me my
leadership,
pension.
your union organizing, the fact that you are part of a union,
healthcare.
all of that stems from an understanding of the working class and why we need unions. And here you are seeking those fucking living those fucking benefits.
Research does work, right? I mean, you should
What
have
research? What the fuck are you talking about? First of all, I didn't interrupt you. Secondly, the point
Yes, you
is,
did,
you should be
weirdo.
very happy that you're part of a
Stop
union.
interrupting.
You should feel very lucky that you have strong union leadership that is able to fucking argue for a collective agreement that works in your favor. There, I'm done.
Okay, you're right, and it's strange how the leftists are losing the union vote, right? Like the union vote is voting right at a very high percentage here.
Prove it.
I mean, I really don't think I could prove it. We have boomers.
So then, yeah.
I
we
would like to
we
see
have-
that evidence.
I mean,
Bro,
we could go off of my union, right?
We can
I
go
mean,
off that
literally
trust,
about
bro.
90% of my union voted right. How about my Teamsters president out there? He said, "I'm not endorsing
You're not a
anybody."
Teamster.
I'm quite literally a Teamster, brother. I think you should look into what UPS is. That'd be a Teamster, right?
Okay,
What state
so
are you
the
in?
union president, didn't endorse anybody. But the
Absolutely.
Teamsters themselves, locals, did endorse
How many years in a
candidates.
row did we endorse?
That is at
Democrats?
the union itself's leadership. They didn't
Yep.
endorse anybody. Local
Absolutely,
chapters
because the Democrats
and
don't
local
do shit for
unions
us.
did. Local chapters did.
Not my local. I can promise you that. I don't know what your point is here.
My point is that just because the leadership didn't endorse anybody, doesn't mean that other locals didn't endorse their local candidates that happen to be Democrats.
Now, it seems to me like...
Is it just, or are you going to respond to what I said?
I was just going to say, it seems to me like you're pissed off because I get everything that you like want to bitch at for the government and you want to receive from the government.
I'm upset that you're actively going against the ideology that gives you everything.
I'm receiving everything that I voted for, right? In the union, in the government. I want, well, I'm not receiving mass deportations. Hopefully we get there soon. But I must say this. I get, I've got 2 kids. I'm 28 years of age. The health insurance is quite nice, My wife's an RN, and I put her on my health insurance plan, and we have kids, and we pay like hardly anything out of pocket.
All right,
it's not.
girl, these are very basic things.
God bless you.
We know about how getting a partner and having health insurance works. Like, this is not a flex. And
we gotta
fight that.
Well, then why are you bitching about
the country and having
you could go work at UPS.
I'm still speaking. And so you driving across the country and like having to be away from home and making...
I'm actually home every night.
And making 5 figures, whatever, is not a fucking flex, dude.
That's not a flex, dude. Yeah, fuck
what?
You don't sound miserable, Curious.
You can let him speak because I think he's going to make himself an idiot. I know more about this than he does.
Yeah, I said... You muted me, but I was in the middle of saying somebody did. I said, fuck providing for your kids, your wife, your family, providing your kids everything they possibly need, right? Everything they want. Fuck that. Let's have a communist society where the people who do nothing receive benefits for absolutely doing nothing.
Well, let's just not.
Let's take money away from the workers to provide for everybody else. You Marxists.
Where did you get this idea that?
Oh my God, Civics, 1 second.
Sorry, go ahead.
Curious, no, it's okay. Curious.
Mm-hmm.
I know you think, and understandably so. I'm glad that you can provide for your family, your friends, etc. But please don't consider yourself a bourgeoisie. Don't even.
No, I'm not like a billionaire, right?
Yeah, no, you're not. And so when you talk to a panel like this, believe me, we're very well educated on all of these facts. And I don't think your 110K is going to get you very fucking far in the near future because inflation is way outpacing wages. So this is not going to work.
Well, as long as we don't raise the minimum wage too much. I mean, I'm still going to get a raise every 4 years, right? That's how a union works.
Every 4 years? No, that shouldn't be the thing. You should get a raise every year. You should get a fucking
Could you explain me what union bargaining, like, you go out there and the union is...
I'm not part of a union because I'm in a private sector. Because you want to know what? I have skills, and I have education that make me highly marketable in my field.
It's almost like blue collar people don't have skills.
I'm so sorry you have to interrupt me. But I work in technical fields and I work in AI.
Ooh, right.
Yeah. So it is highly more marketable, and I'm not worried about my job. I'm glad you have a union. However, what I will do will outpace, out-earn, and out-succeed you. So I don't know why the fuck you think you need to flex your 110K job.
I'm not even flexing.
CS, are you not scared of AI?
I'm not even flexing.
No, I'm not, because I fucking work in AI.
But they're gonna
she's making AI, so AI
There's still
can
gonna be some of you, but like eventually, right? No.
I'm sorry. No, not at all.
Okay.
Not if you know how to program AI.
God bless you.
Curious. What does LLM stand for?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't teacup and Google it.
Oh, Curious did teacup to.
Yeah. Either way, I just find it hysterical that this man who's just saying this, understanding that somehow there's lazy people that are taking advantage of the system. Sure, there's always going to be people that do take advantage of it. We should be working hard to make sure that doesn't happen. But the 1 or 2 people, let's just say hypothetically, out of 10 people that need assistance, those other 8 people are the ones that we're advocating for, the ones that actually fucking need it. And you're okay getting rid of the whole fucking thing because 2 people happen to be fucking taking advantage of it. That's the difference.
And
you're a selfish piece of shit.
Civics, I think it's looked at a little bit backwards because what's happening in basically since Reagan is that the shareholders receive the wealth that the laborers work for. So the workers work and their productivity has gone up and up and up every year, but their wages have stayed the same. And so instead of the workers reaping the benefit of the work that they do and their labor, which would be appropriate, shareholders who do nothing receive that money. And so if anybody is leeching off the system, it's the shareholders, right? Because they aren't doing the work, they aren't giving the labor, but they are receiving the benefit. And if the financial benefit. So if you want to look at like who the leeches are, I mean, look at BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, anybody who's participating in those hedge funds, like the corporations who give all the money to their, in shares to their executives and not the people actually doing the work. Like, shouldn't the workers receive the benefit of their productivity going up?
I agree.
Who are the leeches? I mean, like, why do you say, okay, we're going to maximize our profit by paying all these people as little as we possibly can so that we can give the money that we get from their labor to shareholders, and that is somehow better than paying the workers what they deserve because they're just workers? Like, I don't get it. Like, if you think anybody's a leech, it would be shareholders and not workers. They keep them poor, they keep them on public assistance, and then they expect the middle class to pick up the tax bill for that because they have tax cuts and tax loopholes and they avoid paying taxes. And so the middle class has to support the lower wage workers because corporations want to give the fruit of that labor to the shareholders, and those are the leeches.
I agree. He teacupped so hard that he couldn't find what an RLM stands for.
I think he had to go back to work.
Brandon, do you still think CS is full of shit?
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, your name's Brendan.
My name is Brendan, not Brandon.
I said Brendan. Listen.
I heard what you said.
Do you still think that CS is full of shit?
I think maybe all of us are full of shit at one point or another. Yeah, Messy?
Okay.
Brendan, no. Messy, did you have the video? Because that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's play it.
But I guess I owe you an apology at some point, Messy, but
yeah, you do.
I'm still going to go off at you, though. But
that's
Rebel,
fine, but yeah, you do.
Rebel, will you do me a favor, Rebel, if you're listening? Can you please give Ella mod status in the Discord as well? Thank you.
Are you guys talking politics today or no?
You can go. Bye, Predictor.
Bye. Can't do the high school stuff.
We are talking politics.
Messy, if you want to play that, please do.
You were specifically a moron 2 minutes ago.
I'm glad we understand each other. You too, Grumble.
Hold on, sir. You called her specifically a moron.
You called me a moron, but let me.
Don't get it twisted. I'm calling both of you morons.
I'm talking. Time the fuck out. Time the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yes, Fish, you can talk. Can you just give me just 1 second? Brendan, you know you can't call people names on this panel. So please do not. You have insulted K Fox. We've probably
unless you call it racist, that's allowed, isn't it, CS?
Excuse me.
It's not allowed, CS. How many times did you let him call me a racist, CS? And said nothing.
I don't know why.
Because you're full of shit. That's why.
I don't.
Woof.
I love when you guys play my reruns. That's always fun.
Yeah, Donovan.
So yeah, what's your objection exactly?
Yeah, Donovan, I was just trying to go in between, and you came directly at me. And that was, like, not the end of it, because there's more to it.
Well, yeah, because I sit there and Mojo's pet asshole says all this horrible shit, and you say nothing. The minute I call whatever random window licker a moron, then you speak up.
Wait
be
the fuck on. What pet asshole are you?
That would be Grumble. That would be Grumble. I even called him Mojo's pet asshole earlier. Remember that? Yeah, so you have the pet asshole.
Because
you had him on the panel. He could say whatever he wants.
That is fucking
But the minute I give it back,
I've kicked him off the panel more than I've kicked you off a panel.
Right, exactly. So you've acknowledged, you've seen him being an asshole. So again, he's allowed to say whatever he wants. And the minute I give him his energy back, well, I get admonished, and I'm the one that's out of pocket. That's what made you full of shit. I'm just saying.
That's true.
You're asking, I'm telling.
We drop Grumble on a fucking hourly basis. Donovan, no, you get to stay up here when you say crazy things way more than Grumble does. In certain instances, sure, like we could call out like maybe just like this one time if there was something that like he had said that was inflammatory and then you took offense to it and he didn't get dropped immediately, sure. But you did come after me. So again, I already accepted your apology, but just know you did.
Oh, I knew what I did, but thank you. I appreciate that. Again, anytime you guys want to play my reruns,
then again, if you knew, you're going to tell me you're never going to do it again.
Now, this is where I was hoping to get some specificity. You don't want me to say that you are full of shit ever again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think you can. I think you can use. I think
I can comply with those directives.
I think you can use better terms. I think you can talk to me like a fucking human being, which you lack skills in this very moment. When you get angry,
interesting.
And you want to know what I messaged Mojo last night. I said, this is what I think Brendan
Not
is.
really.
He's coherent, but he's fucking mean, and he fucking treats people like an asshole. So if you want to do that again. Okay. If you want to do that again, go do that somewhere else. I'm not handling it. I'm not doing it. I dropped my own fucking panel. This is not Mojo's. This is fucking mine. I'm just kidding, Mojo.
If you are objecting to the metaphor that I normally use about political discourse being similar to swordplay, if you're objecting specifically that I cut deep, I will affirm that position. However, you've even acknowledged how deep it cuts me when people try to paint me as a racist. Do you suppose that the pet that you guys have even acknowledged is so caustic you have to kick him from the panel?
With the pet shit, we kick him off the panel all the time.
Right,
and
I know. Well, you made a point.
Donovan.
You made a point to say that we've even kicked him off the panel, but not as much as we kick you, or something like that. It's because he aligns with you politically. So yeah, I mean that's obvious.
No.
But you are
You
racist.
misunderstood. You misunderstood.
Oh, what was that, Messi?
I said you are racist.
There
you say
we
racist
go.
shit non-fucking stop. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings when people tell you the fucking truth, but you're a fucking racist.
Oh no. So Messi,
stop being a racist. People will stop calling you a racist. It's that.
I'm not a racist.
Simple.
You don't know me, Messi. You like
I've known you on this app since I got on this app. I have heard you enough to know that you are a fucking racist, dude.
What have I said that's racist?
Explain to you why people call you racist.
Oh my God. I don't care. You don't understand. I'm not here for affirmation. None of you understand me. You think you do because the superpowers on the left are self-delusion and self-absorption. You guys are completely full of yourselves. You can take political points and make it all about you. It's uncanny.
Brendan,
and it's yet another piece of political calculus that is airtight. Thanks for letting me finish.
Brendan, yeah, you're welcome. Brendan, it is my job and it is my specialty to know who people are. Not on this panel, but in life and in real life. And I'm a fucking fixer. I understand how people operate. I understand how you operate. I know exactly who you are. So please don't get me confused. And if you think that you are in any sort of denial, what bothered me about it was yesterday you came and attacked me. You came and attacked me after all of that shit with Rumble.
Make it about you and deny you're not self-absorbed.
Paying attention. I'm sorry. Say that again, and Mojo, let me have it.
I said make it about you and then say you're not self-absorbed.
I'm not self-absorbed. I understand
you were kicked off the panel specifically because of what you said to her, because of the way you were acting toward her. You were kicked off the panel before specifically because of the way you talked to Ella. I don't know. You seem to talk to women very disgustingly on a regular basis. I am going to say, however, I am going to say, however, I don't consider you a racist. I think you're a bigot. I think you're a bigot against Muslims in general. But I wouldn't call you a racist.
All right, I want to jump in just for 1 second. No, Brendan, I don't think you're self-absorbed when you talk about like being a locksmith and how like great you are at your profession. I know what the fuck I do, and I know who the fuck I am, and so I'm allowed to be proud of that. You are allowed to be proud of what you do without calling somebody self-absorbed. So no, I don't give a shit about your self-assessment against me. This has nothing to do with it. What I am saying is you were particularly harmful when we literally have always had each other's back and good discord, and now this is it's suddenly so different for you because you fucking...
I know. I demand consistency. It's so annoying.
Yeah, consistency would be you treating me well while I treat you well. That's consistency.
I do everything I can to avoid friendly fire or any stray shots, similar to the U.S. Department of War.
All right, that's weird. A weird thing to say.
It was weird. But again, that's why you have me up here, because not only am I saying something that applies to you, but I'm also saying something that applies to politics. You're welcome.
Brendan, I would really like to think like your general assessment on me, like what you think that I'm doing right or doing wrong in this.
I think, well, I mean, making it all about...
Yeah, see, nobody gives a fuck. Go fuck off. And you should have seen that coming if you were smart enough. Sorry, I dropped him. I'm not doing that.
I don't know where we were before that.
Oh, redacted, you can also get fucked.
Yeah, he's on a special kind of something or another. Now I just want to yell at Messi.
Yes. Do it.
Do it. I don't know. It's so weird how you hate your own skin color. It's just weird to me. Like,
I don't hate my own skin color.
You hate being a white person.
I do not hate being a white person.
That's what it feels
I
like.
I hate what the white race has done to other people throughout history, and that other white people fail to acknowledge it or try to sweep it under the rug or glaze over it like, oh, well, we're not like that anymore, when we clearly are still like that. Racism never went away. Yes, things got better for marginalized and what is the word? Like marginalized communities and whatever. It's gotten better throughout time, but it's still not this. It's still not equal or fuck. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
The equity is not there.
Yeah, I'll agree with you systemically. I'll agree that our system is not working the way it should be. I'm going to absolutely agree with you there. But I think that to attribute that to all people of a certain skin color is probably pretty bad, just as bad as anybody else doing the same thing in a negative way. So I guess that's where I have a problem when you come around defending without even knowing what the situation is. Because they've done this to me a couple times now, I feel like.
What situation?
Well, the one with Princess Mayo, and then this one this morning you were pretty pissed off about too. With this guy.
People were treating Princess Mayo like shit, and I didn't like it.
She was to be fair, she was treating everybody else like shit, but you didn't hear the whole conversation. You just came in and heard somebody say something bad to her, and you just started freaking out on everybody else, which is just...
I'll give you that. I did come in late to that one. But I'm not someone that's going to see someone be treated like shit and just stand by. I think that's been well noted, that I don't keep my mouth shut. If I see something, I'm going to fucking say something. And with this whole thing with Jeff Metcalf, He's a piece of shit. He's a racist fucking piece of shit. I'm sorry he lost his son, but this is not grief. This is fucking hatred. He was exposing hatred in that 3-hour interview. And he had a whole year to come up with the shit that he was going to say. And he wanted to say it. And he said it loud and he said it proud. And he's a fucking racist.
You say this. Are you a Nazi?
Huh?
Are you a Nazi?
No.
Could you possibly see how somebody might think you are by some of the things that you said?
No.
No?
You called me a white apologist? And I put in the Discord what a white apologist is.
That was a bad term.
Not me by any means.
I agree. Wrong term to use. I agree. That's why I was going to apologize to you, but because that was the wrong term to use. I was trying to.
Well, just move your headset closer. You're starting to fade.
Walk out in the kitchen. I can't even fucking walk across my damn house. Yeah, wrong term to use. So I don't know. My problem was that you come in super hot on stuff like that, and you make judgments. You prejudge people based on like one or two interactions, or based on one or two things that somebody says. You see a TikTok with some clips on it, and you automatically think this person is racist. If somebody made some clips of you talking about Jewish people, they would absolutely call you a Nazi.
I have nothing against Jewish people individually. I don't have anything against Jewish people.
But you said
fucking
you have
Israel
said Jewish people
could cease to exist, and I'm not gonna fucking care.
But you have said Jewish people before, though.
I have never said Jewish people. Penny wants to say that I said Jewish people are gross, and I said they are gross. And I'm not wasting my fucking breath to argue with her about it. Or any of those other disgusting fucks. I don't give a fuck if they're Jewish, Christian, Muslim, whatever. They're nasty fucking humans. They just happen to be Jewish.
Yeah, I don't think you're Nazi.
Some of them.
Hold on, Alyssa. Hold on. All right, we gotta like just hold on.
Can I
Alyssa?
finish?
Yeah, Alyssa, just get back in the queue. Go ahead.
I don't think you're racist. I don't think you're racist toward Jewish people. I don't think you're bigoted in that way, shape, or form. I think that I think you're genuine in your disgust at the state of Israel. I think that some of the things that you said have come out wrong, especially that thing. I didn't hear what you said, but a lot of other people agreed that you specifically talked about Jewish people in general. That being said, this was something that may or may not have been taken out of context, something that may or may not have occurred in a bad position that you were in on a particular panel or something like that. And you certainly wouldn't want everybody judging you for that particular opinion that you had. So when you look at what this guy did, and you've seen like clips, 4 or 5 different clips of him saying some things, and you've not seen anything else that the guy has ever said in his life, I don't think you should probably jump to the conclusion that the guy is an absolute disgusting racist either. I guess that was my problem.
I'm gonna go with Messi on this one. It is about what he said right now. It is not about like what he said 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. It is not about his trauma. It is about the fact that he can't.
When Messi went on Penny's panel, she absolutely sounded like a fucking a Nazi. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, CS.
What did I say that was Nazi?
I wasn't there.
That they're gross people. That Jewish people are gross. You said specifically Jewish people.
First of all, it wasn't
gross.
on Penny's panel when I said that. It was on Red State's panel, and we were talking about the person that drove their car into a fucking mosque or whatever the fuck. And I said they are gross. Maybe if they weren't gross, then people wouldn't do this. And they heard it as I was saying Jewish people are gross. I don't believe Jewish people in themselves are gross. But there are some people who happen to be Jewish that are fucking gross on this app. And Israel can fuck all the way off. If it stopped existing today, I wouldn't give a fuck, because that IDF and that government are fucking disgusting. What they do to people and the way that they run their shit is fucking gross. Not all Jewish people are gross, but there are some people on this app who happen to be Jewish, and they are fucking disgusting. I don't know how that is Nazi-like.
Is what you said at the time, and probably even this rant taken out of context could probably be made to look like
I don't fucking care. Don't be fucking gross.
Well, And they're going to say, don't be a Nazi.
I'm not. They can call me a Nazi all they fucking want. I'm the furthest thing from a fucking Nazi. Actually, they did. I did overhear. They said that I would be an SS hoe if it was in the 30s. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean.
Okay, so I know you don't care. This is a man who lost his son. I just asked for you to give him a little grace, I guess. But you don't care. Maybe he does. I'm not sure. But other people can imagine what they might do if they lost a child as well. And so then you are almost specifically attacking them as two.
If I could...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. If I lost my son in that way, I would most likely say things in public that would violate the Geneva Convention. Especially if people were trying to convince me
I would not. I would go
that
after
it was
the family.
my son's fault.
I would go after their family. I would go after who they are as people. I would not go after an entire society.
Well, this was, if I understand it correctly, this was also, and I'm not necessarily defending what was said, but I get it. If I'm in an interview where people are trying to tell me that my son got a hole in his chest because he was in the wrong, yeah, I would probably say some pretty nasty shit.
Would you call them watermelon felons?
In the frame of mind I'm in right now, no.
Okay. In the frame of mind that you would be, and again, I had to put myself in this situation and think about, like, worst case scenario. I would absolutely, and I said this before, I would fucking go full on, I don't know, I'm watching Game of Thrones, Arya Stark right now, and I'd unalive someone. I would put a fucking bullet through their schmarine right now. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not going to disparage their entire race for it. I'm going to disparage that one person for doing what they did. That may be worse, that may be better. I don't give a fuck. That's my stance.
I'm not sure what else to say that's not going to make it sound like I'm defending blatant racism. So I'm going to stop there.
So then you are defending blatant racism. To say that you can't say something because it sounds like you're defending blatant racism makes you a blatant racist, or no, I'm sorry, not you. Makes you saying things that are blatant racist.
That's why I'm not saying it.
Yeah. Because it's blatant racism. So just say you would target that one person, that one family. Also, redacted, I'm still mad at you for calling me a linebacker.
Every time you see me, you tell me to get fucked, and I have not yet had the opportunity. So
Does this look like a linebacker to you?
that black square, I feel like I could make a joke, but that would also get me canceled. So
Probably. But here's what I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be I'll be honest about this. I'm just going to put myself on the big screen. God damn it! Why is my camera not working? Hold on. Let me try to reshare. Because you want to know what? When you say things like that, redacted, and when you will look at the fucking screen. 1 second. Give me a minute. I'm trying. I don't know why my camera's not working. I'll back out and back in because it is important to me that I get this out. Back. Alright. I don't know if you can clearly see. How big
I can see everything but your head.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. I did crop out my head purposefully because I don't want to be doxxed. That's not going to work either. Anyways, you can see. Listen.
I believe you. I was just fucking with you. You are attractive.
I don't give a shit if you find me attractive or not. That's not the point. But when you say things about women's bodies, like I took that in, right? And I'm way below the weight that I should be. And so, like, I suffer sometimes with not eating enough. So I just want you to be aware of that. Like, just be fucking aware. And if you could look at those little fucking legs that need muscle, that need help, that's someone that needs to eat more food, don't fucking say shit like that to them.
No. Okay. No, I completely agree. I apologize. I was trying to pick at you. I was not trying to hurt your feelings. I genuinely apologize. That was not my intent.
Okay. I thank you. But the only reason that Mojo allows me to eat when I'm on this on panel and he doesn't interrupt me is because he knows that, like, I don't eat enough. I don't do enough. And it's because I have been held to a very high beauty standard. I've been held to, if you are not 115 pounds, you are a linebacker. So when you say things like that, just please be careful who you say them to because it is harmful and it does sting, even though it shouldn't.
That's completely fair. I'm sorry. I didn't even.
It's okay.
I thought you would have taken that as picking, as playful, so forth. I'm
It's
very
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. And our back and forth has been a little bit different, but yeah, like I will just be very honest. I suffer with not eating enough. I suffer with being scared to eat too much. And I'm underweight and it doesn't feel good. But also when I'm told that I look like a linebacker, it makes me feel like I should be eating less when I already know that I don't eat enough. So again, the only reason Mojo allows the only person on this panel to eat on panel is because he knows that I don't eat enough. So when I do eat, it is a privilege for me. So just please be aware of what you're saying and where you're saying it. But I appreciate your apology.
Fair.
Thank you. And we're cool. And you can also get fucked.
No, it's the only reason I allow you to eat on panel is because you would kick my ass if I don't. So
that's not true. You know why you allow
Oh shit,
me.
Vader's here. I'm in trouble.
Damn right you're in trouble.
Damn right.
I just thought I'd bring some levity to the conversation. I just wanted to let you know I love all you guys. Y'all are like the friends I've never met. I just want to tell y'all that. Except for Go Army, fuck that guy.
I fucking love you, Vader. Your laugh brings
Who
me
is
so
it?
much
Is
joy.
it? I think it's Swervin is his name. Says, "Good night, all you beautiful people living in my telephone." Also, my wife tried to unalive me this morning, so that was nice.
Too bad she didn't succeed.
Damn.
What'd you say to me?
I said, really? I'm trying to tap into my snotzy-like side of me, since that's what I am
I was
now.
about to say, those are strong words for somebody with an angry windmill on their sleeve.
I think I don't think you're snotty, and I don't think that what this guy said necessarily makes him a racist. I say wait and see what happens. There very well may be an apology coming in the near future. The dude was just unhinged because his son died.
A year ago.
Why am I listening to a TV?
I'm kidding. That was bad. No, I'm sorry. I have no grace for him. I watched the whole thing, the whole interview. He was vile. He was full of hate, and he meant every last damn word he said. And that's him. Like, whatever. Like, okay, but I'm not excusing his grief for him just having a bad day and saying some bad shit.
I think that's fair. And it's also fair to critique it at the same time. I don't know, man. Like, this kind of like Messi has very strong feelings about certain things. I don't feel like necessarily she should be admonished for them.
Wait, hold on.
I definitely don't think it should be done on a TikTok panel.
Wait, I got to be clear here. I'm not admonishing Messi. I think Messi's awesome. I think everything she says is awesome. I will back her for anything that she's ever said or done. She is my friend, and she will always remain so. The only thing I was doing there is using that as a comparison to what this guy did. That's it. That's all I was trying to do, is just trying to give her, I don't know, the way I'm looking at it. And that seemed like an appropriate way of doing that. I guess maybe it was wrong because now it's going to be taken wrong. I do not think Messi is a Nazi. I do not think she's anti-Semitic. I think that she has a problem with Israel. I absolutely agree with her on her stance as well.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
I was just playing into the Stasi thing. Isn't what the right says? Well, if you're going to call us fascists, we might as well act like fascists. Doesn't make it any better.
Mojo, what are you playing? Is that Dark Soul? Like, what is that?
It's Crimson Desert.
Can you go back in the clouds? Go play in the clouds. I liked watching Ella do that.
You said it made you dizzy.
I did, but I like feeling dizzy sometimes. It makes my stomach get all crazy, and it's fun.
You're a weirdo. Wait, when do I'm trying to figure out where I need to do that yet. Yeah, there's only a few different places. What am I listening to? Redacted.
I legitimately thought you could hear like my daughter's.
Someone's playing.
Go ahead.
It's
Drive or Die. I haven't met him yet,
It's fucking redacted,
but I've heard of him. Aren't you the one that threatened to hurt Mimi?
Oh.
No, it's not him. Who the fuck is playing that shit?
I don't know. Yeah.
It might be
It actually might be me that time.
Yeah,
And my
that was
daughter's
you.
listening to music. Sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, it's CS. What are you listening to?
It is not me. I'm not listening to anything.
Is Strive or Die the
What
one
was
that
I
threatened
asked?
to hurt
Am I the
Mimi?
one to have done what? I
Strive
haven't
or Die.
threatened
Can you
her.
give your age, state, and who you voted for, please?
Yeah, 24 in North Carolina, and I procrastinated getting registered, and I wasn't able to vote, unfortunately.
Okay. Who would have you voted for? I think we've been here before, and I know I've seen you before, so I apologize.
Yeah, I would have voted for Harris.
Okay, no, you're not the one. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I consider myself
I apologize.
I consider myself. Yeah, that's all right. I consider myself liberal, and I would have voted for Harris.
I think it was the curious guy that was up here earlier.
Okay, yeah, I consider myself like an establishment liberal is the term I like to use.
Establishment, Dim?
It was the curious
Like,
guy.
Clinton, Clinton Biden type of establishment liberal rather than like a Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So I'm more center
Okay, if we
left
need
rather
to balance the
than
panel,
far
I
left.
apologize. I may have to drop you down, but please feel free to
It's all
stay up for
good.
now and have the conversation.
You can drop me, CS. I gotta do
Vader.
some dad duties.
Vader, no, I need to hear you laugh a little bit more to make my day.
Okay.
Thank you. But if you have to go, you have to go. I totally understand. But we do need some conservatives on the panel. So we'll look around.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am conservative, especially when it comes to like socially, and because I'm Christian, and so there's certain aspects that I'm socially conservative, but not like enforced by the state. More of like
Forced birth?
culturally. Oh, of course not. I'm pro-choice.
Oh, okay, well then.
I think that up to the point of I believe that up to the point of sentience, which is like 24 to 26 weeks, that abortions should be there should be access to abortion. Yeah. So what I mean by socially conservative would be like against like the anti-religious sentiment that is within the culture and things like that.
Guys, I thought my ADHD could handle it. I'm trying to multitask three things at once. It's impossible. I'm going to just focus on this. It's bad.
You were but just a boy.
My phone is at 1%. My phone's at 1%, but I just put on the charger, so I might all of a sudden drop if my phone dies.
No worries. Brendan, thanks for taking a lap. Appreciate.
I have a question for Mojo. How far into the leftist conversation did you get into yesterday? Or did you hear, I guess? On CT's panel.
What do you mean, leftist?
Well, for a while there, before I joined the panel, it was just liberals against Corey.
It was bad.
Oh, you were talking about on CT's panel.
Yeah.
It was bad and embarrassing and very disappointing.
Yeah, see, there's another one. Defends Corey against everybody else that she's known the entire time.
Well, everybody else is acting like assholes, so.
Pretty crazy. I would say Corey's.
What time did it happen at?
It was
What
while
time?
It was while I was live. It was a little bit later. I remember him jumping down the panel. So I went down and then I went over and listened for a little bit. So I didn't see a whole lot. Why?
Well, outside of the childish talking over, but I was talking more around the meat of what arguments he was bringing, and I don't know why there was immediate pushback. Well, to be fair, hold on. I didn't catch the very beginning of it or however long he was on there. I kind of joined once he started spewing off a little bit of Russian propaganda, but then it did get a little bit childish where people were just over talking and just doing stupid panel stuff.
Yeah.
But so given that, I could see why people were defensive when he was being critical of the Democratic Party and what they were doing, and why voting isn't just enough. We should be doing more, which is fine. He brought up really good points, but I don't think people were listening to his points because of the yelling that had happened beforehand.
They called him red-pilled Nick Fuentes groper Republican, MAGA. I don't understand how that was portrayed in any means. And Resist, I like Resist. He said he sounds like MAGA. I need someone to explain to me how he sounded like MAGA.
If you use MAGA talking points, you sound like MAGA. B often uses B Crashin, whatever her name is. She often uses MAGA talking points to defend communism or to attack the United States of America, saying that we need to change our system. She says a lot of the same things that MAGA does. So I assume Corey does the same thing. Says a lot of the same things that MAGA does. Yeah.
I don't see it.
Well, for example,
that could be my bias. That could be my bias, which I'm completely aware of.
Huh?
And will not change.
I was not there, so I have no idea. But you guys, come on, let's go to bed on TikTok at 10 p.m.
No.
This was midday. I was at karate.
I was here midday most of the day.
This was at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we were
That's not
running
midday.
Yeah, we were on a panel together. Or maybe you had left already because Donovan started his shit, or Brendan, whatever he was using at the time.
That may have been the case.
Yeah, that's about the time. So CT was running throughout the day.
I have a question. If I say that whatever is in those files needs to be brought to light and needs to be shown to the world and people need to be prosecuted, is that a MAGA talking point just because Marjorie Taylor Greene holds the same ideology?
Oh. Hey, how many of y'all live in states that allow big fireworks?
Me.
What's that?
I do.
I will finish. I will finish.
Sorry.
No, I don't think that's a MAGA talking point. As a matter of fact, I think that's a talking point mostly from the left. Mostly the left people on the left want to see the files released As a matter of fact, MTG was disinvited from MAGA because of her stance on this.
So many MAGA hold this ideology regardless. Regardless of what the party says.
But MAGA does say on a regular basis that I can't be a liberal because you guys cheated Bernie Sanders out of the primary. Or you picked Harris without having an actual primary. They say shit like that on a regular basis, and you do as well.
Well, I don't agree with the Harris thing, but I do agree with the Bernie thing, and I don't really think that makes me MAGA. That just means I am nuanced enough to not choose sides and be dogmatic about choosing a side, and I'm able to look at each individual situation through a different lens.
Okay, but see, I disagree. I don't think it's nuanced. I don't think the both sides thing is fucking nuanced at all. I think it's MAGA. I think it's what they do when they can't defend the actions that their side is taking. And I think I see you doing the same thing. That's why but I don't call you MAGA. I just say that you use MAGA talking points. You sound like MAGA when you talk in a lot of circumstances.
Purity test.
Yeah, and my pushback yesterday about the Russian propaganda talking points is this idea that they have a right to invade. It's ludicrous to me, and maybe it's rooted
you've
in.
Said that too. That's right. You have said that too, B.
No, they don't. I think you're misunderstanding what I said. They don't have a right.
Maybe because it's rooted in the mystification of the Soviet Union and what they were able to do, but. I've been there. You know, I wouldn't say that I was a fan of the Soviet Union when I was younger, but I've learned more about how they've suppressed organic left-wing movements and how they were imperialist. And if leftists are supposed to be critical of any kind of imperialism, I don't know why the fuck we're putting the USSR on some kind of pedestal. That is my critique of anybody that still defends the Soviet Union. There.
Yeah, I don't view states as in this moralistic light the same way we don't view states in the United States in that same moralistic light. There are things that states are forced to do and things that states do because they want to, right? And so again, my thing is, I said it before, and I'm going to sound like a broken clock, but it's dialectical materialism. We're looking at the material conditions of the moment and we're analyzing, could there have been a better option that hurt less people? And so that's what I do constantly. In terms of Russia invading Ukraine, no, I don't support that. But again, using dialectical materialism, I can analyze how NATO has been showing signs of aggression towards Russia. So that's just an example of how I am able to look at it objectively, because I'm neither invested in being dogmatically Democratic or dogmatically Republican.
Sure, it's not about being dogmatic. Well, sure, it is, but I understand the Russian argument that they've portrayed that, like, hey, NATO's been quote-unquote encroaching, but I also believe in sovereignty. And the Russian argument is that NATO is getting closer to us and they're pointing their boom booms at us. But you haven't considered the former Soviet blocs that no longer wanted to be part of the Soviet Union, that wanted to break away from their affiliation with Russia and the former Soviet state, that they now have boom booms and have had boom booms pointed at them the whole time. So what are they supposed to just live in fucking perpetuity the whole time? That's the thing, right? Like, I get it. You can have this.
I can't sit back, man. I'm serious. I can't sit back. For real, like seriously. I can't sit back because sooner or later, in about 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, they're going to say, hey, Lou, what you was doing while this was happening? What you was doing? Because at the end of the day, this is going to be history sooner or later. What was you doing in history when this was happening? You're about 60 years old, 70 years old. A couple decades from now, what are you gonna say that you was doing when this was happening? Were you sitting down? Were you just chilling? Were you just chilling, just watching the whole situation? Oh, it wasn't you. You didn't have anything to do with it. Your family didn't have anything to do with it. So I just sat down and I watched. Oh, it was sad.
Hey.
Oh, that's what you was gonna say?
Hey, excuse me if it's a little noisy. I'm at work. I've been listening to y'all. Hey, did y'all see that white tee, the lady that was at court in the courtroom when it was going on? And did y'all see what she said? She's saying that the video that they showed, they showing that he fell on to him with the knife, with the poker. They say this lady sit back and said he fell. He fell on him. That's how he got poked. And she said she had to leave. She's speaking about it all on, on Facebook and everything.
Somebody send it to me.
The thing is,
so I can post it.
The thing is, when the medical examiner gave her rendition, she didn't say it was impossible. She just said it was a 1 in 1,000 chance. So it's people that win the lottery with a 1 in 400 million chance, and she said it was unlikely. But none of the defendant attorneys challenged it. But she made clear to say that there was no way possible that Austin could have survived it. So even with that being the case, she still left the door open to say it was possible. 1 in 1,000 ain't a lot.
I don't know how to share it on here, but if you go to my Facebook page, I shared it on my Facebook page. It's Anthony O'Neill, the same picture that got right here, and you will see what she was talking about. Now she's being targeted because what she said and what she seen. And then what's killing me, how is they send that boy to the same penitentiary where his uncle is the warden at? Y'all heard about that, right?
Yeah, we heard about that corruption.
Yeah. But people understand wardens work together. I know that for a fact because I was incarcerated before, and I know how they work.
Keep tapping the screen, man. Share the live out. Get it to your family and friends, man. Share the movement. Free Carmelo, man, till it's backwards. That's all he need to be hearing, man. And I know he listening. I know he hears. It's free Carmelo till it's backwards. And we seriously got your back. While you're in there, Mello, get you some reading material, man. Try to brush up, man, on your little legal shit as much as you can. Just for you, just while you're there. It ain't a lot to do. Put your name on that lower library list. Because you was good in school. You was a 3.9. So it's not like you don't know what's going on here. And just familiarize yourself, nephew, with some of the stuff they cross you on. I'm doing it for you every day, but you need to do it too. Just put your name on that law library list no matter where they got you. And they'll get you certain material. And then I'll funnel the stuff in there to you that you need to research. But we're going to get you sharp too while you're there. You ain't going to come out of there no less than you went in. So you're going to know a little bit more about protecting yourself legally. So we got you, bro. Just stay strong. Dude, that shit blew my mind. Tax when they told us, when Dominique told us that the dude listening to our life, family knew, that shit blew my mind. I'm like, wow, we wasn't in vain. So now we got to get in that tablet. That's what we got to do. We got to get in that tablet, keep uplifting them, keep his spirits right, abreast him of what we doing, and he'll be home before he knew he was in. But this shit is right at the turn of the corner. It's just got to be collected, but it's there. The gross neglect, the misrepresentation legally, the ineffective assistance of counsel, the excessive sentence, the verdict against the weight of the evidence, it's just so much that he got to look forward to, man. But we just got to stay diligent and vigilant and get this boy home. And that's going to speed up the process. You know, when these people come in with these big bankrolls and these platforms, it just pushes you to the front of the line. And in the appellate courts, money is the root of the whole process. Being able to get in front of those judges, those court of appeals and those appellate judges, and get in there quickly and get your shit resolved. So you on the way. From the time they cuffed you, kid, we picked up the fight. From the time you got arrested, we picked up the fight and we got you. Just do me a favor while you're there. Just stay strong for me, man. Because at some point,
This all understand why his lawyer been put in for a change of venue.
at some point, G Hood News will be out there. We be on your visiting list. I know I will. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get in there to see you, bro. You can bet on that. I don't care where they put you. You got one coming from your uncle. Just sit tight. And hope is near. It's nearer than you think. And I know how it sounds with them cold ass cells and them handcuffs and them oppressors all around you. But we done went through worse, King. Yes, we have. And you gonna be all right. As long as you got us, we got you got your fam. We working on that legal shit. We gonna keep this thing going. And God bless you, bro. I'm feeling your pain. Yo, man, the hashtag, whatever it takes. Free Mellow till it. Free Mellow till it's backwards. Let's go. Purple hearts in the chat. Money sign G Hood News, right? On Cash App, money sign G Hood News if you believe. And we on our way to Texas, man. We gonna get that boy home. What's up, Lawrence? That's right, La La Free Mellow. Yeah, I want to see that in the chat. That's right, whatever it takes, man.
On the panel?
Who?
La Duff?
Nah. Yeah, he's on the panel, yeah.
La Duff, you there? Oh, it's making a weird noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ronald, what's up, Ronald? Ronald, you there? What's going on now? Yeah, sharing like the live, y'all. Sharing like the live. We need to keep the engagement going, man. Share it out to your peoples, man. Share it out to your family, your friends. Get them up in here, man. We coming up with solution. We're not coming up just talking the talk, man. We're gonna walk the walk. What's up, man, with these people?
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, man. I will tell you again and again.
Stiz, I got a question for you. So in regards to this video tour that the Goon's father is running around making all these various videos which has blatant racist connotations to it, is that not something that can be is that not something that can be brought up, or I mean, we know acism and the words that they use for most parts they classify as freedom of speech, but there was some innuendo of a threatening nature on several of them. So is that something that can be exposed to the law?
I don't know where it goes legally because the gag order is up. He was already convicted when this dude went on this rant. Quite naturally, he has some legal people behind him to tell him when he could do that type of shit. But it is background noise, and it does go to what the case was about.
But he didn't directly threaten anybody though. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like it's nothing there. He could say what he wants to say as long as
that's
he's
freedom of speech after the verdict.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. I mean, it was implications, but it wasn't direct. But I was just trying to see.
Oh no, it's background noise. It's background noise, and it can be referenced. Like it's wrong. It'll be in the record of the rant they went on post conviction. You got advocacy groups like us and other groups that'll bring that up too in his fight, because it is part of the record in that regard. But like Cree said, he didn't reach to a criminal. You know what I'm saying? He himself didn't reach to a criminal element. He just reacted to the verdict the way he felt. And unfortunately, that's America.
Right.
So basically, we can bring up later on, especially when another trial comes up. We can bring that up in another trial. We can go ahead and bring up the character.
It wasn't. Like I'm saying, that wasn't in trial. It wasn't in the trial. It wasn't in the sphere of the trial. It was way after conviction. It was his choice after conviction to kind of go on this rant the same way we can, the same way anybody can, at the point that the gag order is lifted. But it's noise. Like I said, it's there. It's in the record. The people that will defend him going forward will include those kind of attitudes and reactions. But to a legal standpoint, we got to stick to how he got crossed. He didn't get crossed in the media that way. Like with people speaking out, oh no, he got crossed in the courtroom. And that's where we keeping our focus. We hear the noise, we hear the innuendo and other stuff, but this kid got railroaded legally. And that's the way we're going to have to undo it. Thank God for them celebrities, man, in that regard. The bankroll was needed immediately. And I think Cardi and them understood that. I think they close enough to this situation to know even if they missed the boat in the beginning, you need to get in now because this is something that has to be expedited with money. And I feel like the legal team, I know G Hood News, the more we see people contributing and putting up, then the harder we go. Pause. The more we get down and do what we do so we can connect all the dots. Okay, now you got the finances for the appeal. We got the grassroots. We got the family. So it should be quick in my opinion. And I don't care what people say, but I know what money does at that appellate level. I know what money does at the Court of Appeals. I've seen personally how you can skip the line, and I look for this kid to get some rhythm real soon because of all the components, because of the celebrity money, because of us, because of a nationwide alert that somebody got jammed innocently. I think it's enough. I think it's enough to get some rhythm quicker than average. Took Cosby 3 years. He was in the Commonwealth, so I think that's a little longer process. They do what they want in them Commonwealths, the court dates, the way the shit is set up. Philly, Connecticut, a lot of those Commonwealths, Virginia, they got their own thing in terms of the law. So we get that. This wasn't a Commonwealth. So the state of Texas, they under an obligation here, man, for this procedure, for this appellate review to come quick and timely. And I think with the right money and the right people behind it, he can get it done in no time. Like that's just the way appellate courts work. The quicker you get in there, the quicker you get relief. And I think he's on a good pace. I don't see this shit taking too long because it was unjust and it's fresh. Freshly unjust. This ain't nothing you got to look back to 1842. This shit just happened in 2026. So with the swiftness that we got him in there and railroaded him, Let's be just as swift in getting them out and undoing the damage. Period.
With the celebrity contribution, is going to get there a lot more quicker. That's a fact right there.
See, the whole thing with us, and I'm glad we're here, because he got, I'm not going to say misguided, but I think the family was a little taken the first trip. They didn't know Texas. They learned a lot on this. It cost them their son's freedom, but they learned a lot. And I think they trust advocacy groups more now. I think they trust grassroots more now. I think they understand how powerful a tool we can be when we advocate the way we did. And I think this time they'll run that shit through us. They'll let us have more hands on it. You'll see our fingerprints more on what's happening with his appeal. As it should be, because we did fight for the kid from the gate. But I don't want to, I just don't want our movement sidetracked by the media or the naysayers. People that don't believe, people that feel like this was justified. Hey, do your thing. But over here, we fighting for what's right. And we believe in it. And we going to stand on it. And then when people come, like I understand, kid, like the 15 minutes that comes with this, we didn't want it. We got ours the old-fashioned way. We worked for it in the right way. But there are people looking for 15. Looking for clicks and bait and coins and all that shit in rooms full. It's not what we doing over here. So that could not, that could get crossed up when people run over here. Cree, did you hear? Yo, Stizzy, did you hear? We get it. And we want relevant information. We really do. We want things that can help this kid, not things that's just going to run up the numbers. It's a difference. And we understand it too. Like we understand how you run your numbers, get your room full, do your 1-2 on TikTok. This shit a little bigger. Like, we appreciate the rooms full and the numbers, but we got to get this kid home, man. And that's just if it's our family. You can leave us alone for that one, for that man, because we going to keep fighting. So, like I said, if you're not with that motion, then this may not be the ride for you. And if you are, thank you. Welcome aboard. Welcome to advocacy in real time. Welcome to putting part of your life on hold so somebody else could live. Welcome to being turned back when you get all the way to the door, but you still fight on. Welcome to being told no when you know it's really yeah on the last layer. That's advocacy. Couple of nights in prison, couple of nights in the precinct, a couple of handcuffs for being protesters. That type shit. I'm with it. Totally for this kid, because I know what they'll do to mine. So I'm totally engrossed in it. So is my family. And if you want to join us, we here, man. Number, money sign, Cash App, money sign G Hood News. Whatever it takes to hashtag free mellow till it's backwards and drop your purple hearts. Real simple. Let me see, I got Louisiana, King, Floyd, I got Detroit.
Hey, how y'all
How are
doing?
you? Thanks for coming up.
Yes, I'm fine. I just want to say, my stepson had a M charge on him, and the incident happened in the state of Mississippi. So his mom was like, she didn't want no attorneys out of Mississippi because they, probably would be, biased and be ready to hang him. So I got an attorney out of Louisiana. And when I said he was a bulldog, he was a bulldog. He didn't have a Mississippi license. So what he had to do was just hire a Mississippi attorney to file, motions for him, or get him whatever documents that he need, preparing for trial and whatnot. And then he had a private investigator, and his wife was also an attorney, and she worked on the case, also. And he was like, when he read all that, whatever, the other guys that was involved, they went home. They put it all on him. But he was like, don't worry about it. He's coming home. And he said, I promise you he's coming home. And so when they went to trial, when he got him off of that charge, he spent like 24 months, in prison. So he came out, with that time that was served, and everything was just knocked off his record. So, I would love to see them, hire somebody else from another state, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be willing to like put in the work, but just hire somebody to get them what they need if they don't have license, in 2 different states.
Yeah. And thank you for hanging in there. I'm glad your people worked out. I'm glad everything worked out for you. Again, it's always about the faith.
Right, right.
That's what we doing here. Appreciate you for that.
Okay, and did someone put it in they bio or about the Cash App? Because I heard y'all saying something about the Cash.
Yeah, we got a Cash App that we're doing. This money sign, G Hood News. You know the dollar sign? G Hood News.
Okay.
That's on Cash App, and we appreciate everything you're doing. Okay, stay with us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime. Oh, yeah. People like that make the world go round, guys. People just willing to help, willing to reach out. They see a good source. They see a good venue in G Hood News. And we proud of that, man. We proud people trust us with this fight. And people turn to us. Cause that was our intentions. We didn't think we'd end up being this close to the action. We didn't think we'd end up being this locked in with the family. But it was for us. We built for it. And we accept the responsibility. I'm super proud, bro. Proud of Creek, proud of the team we put together, proud of the fight since April 2nd last year, and of course the work ahead of us, man, because we all committed to doing this thing from our hearts, so it's nice. Nice to see, think we need more, and we definitely can feel your support. We feel it when you guys support us, we really do. And I don't know, you there, King Kenny, you there? Kenny, you're not. Detroit, you there? You're not.
I'm here, what's up, good? Good shit.
Let's keep tapping the screen. Let me see. Louisiana.
Oh! When they put the when they send the donations, thank y'all for the donations y'all just sent. But when y'all send the donations, can y'all please put your username, your TikTok username, or your hashtag, whatever it takes. Also, if it's sending from Facebook, hashtag whatever it takes. But please, if you're donating from TikTok, I'm trying to keep track of the people that's donating from TikTok. Put your username. Thanks.
Yeah. Make sure y'all put y'all username in there for
man, so we can keep track. Yeah,
we don't want to. When we start, giving y'all, your props and everything, and thank you for your support and stuff like that. We don't want to put your real name out there for people can dox you. So make sure you do that. And we got merch coming. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff for y'all for the support that y'all doing and the support that y'all giving to the Canelo family too. But yeah, I'm here, Tiz.
Nah, it's funny, man, because this is like, I don't know, this shit just keep calling me. Like Jay-Z said, it just keep calling me. I know Creed, he did a good job pointing me in the direction of my talent and what I was best at, but this advocacy been my thing. And I still got the hood right now that Sabrina gave me, from Trayvon when we brought them to New York, her, Sean Bell's family. That was a big moment for me being in the midst of that. I kind of felt the calling then, but I kind of sat on it. But then with this and the way Creed put me in this position, that shit is official, man. That advocacy is where I need to be. I'm skilled enough legally, and I speak well enough, so that's just my calling, man. Like, that's just where we got to be. Sometimes you find it. I found it with creating them. I mean, where I really feel comfortable exerting my talent, and that's helping other people. I've been doing it, but this cause is greater. So I feel really like I'm blessed to have this moment. You guys allowing me to speak for this family and allowing me to be out front in this movement. It just warms my soul, bro, because I know what we trying to do. So when I say that, I know I'm speaking for all you guys that we want this kid home and we don't want these kind of things happening again, especially in our community. And so I'm honored to do that with you guys, man. And I'm never taking it, like at no point am I ever undervaluing you guys' support. And that's from my family to all you guys that support me, period. This is a magic moment for me. I think I'm ready for it. I think with y'all behind me, we can get through to this kid. We can get this family behind us and get this kid home. So I just want to thank you guys personally for just the way you motivate me, the way you allow me to get up here and speak to this family and for our family and our movement. It means the world to me. And I'm going to keep fighting until I can for y'all.
Yeah, all the fans, you are part of this family, right? You're not part of the team that we do the legal stuff and everything, but you are part of this family. Because without y'all, it would never be us. And that's right, TV? It wouldn't be us without y'all. So I'm glad y'all choose us to come with reliable source and facts. Because we have people down there, and they still down there right now, Tizzy. You know what I'm saying? They really don't want to leave.
Exactly.
You know, they want to stay down there. They want to see this through. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to them for doing what they doing. But yes, we got the merch on the way. The merch is coming. I promise you, the merch is coming. We working on it. I think we got some shirts finna get ready to come too. Go ahead, Creek.
Yeah. There's a way that we could put money on Carmelo's account. We're waiting for him to get transferred to the unit he's going to be transferred to. This is where the donations are going that we're getting from everybody. They're going to money on his account. So, what's it called? The JPay?
Yeah, I think they changed it. I'm looking for it now. I think they changed it from JPay to Securus. But it's a company. We're going to get a hold of it, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
As soon as we get that link, we can get that JPay. What that was, it usually was, but they said they changed it. Whatever the link, we gonna load it up. Gonna make every store. He gonna have his comfort. He gonna have what he supposed to have. I'm gonna be coaching him legally, making sure he in there researching this shit, that he come out a little sharper than he needed to go in. And I think he gonna be all right. I think he's fine. I think it's just support. I think it's just a time frame, and I think he got the right people with the right machine. But it started with G Hood News. I'm never gonna waver from that we brought the right attention, the right voice to this kid, and that's why you see us leading the charge and people trusting us with it, because we've been doing it. We wasn't doing it for clicks. We wasn't doing it for a headline. We wasn't doing none of that. We really wanted this kid to get a fair trial. He didn't, and we still here, but we fighting even harder. That's money sign G Hood News on Cash App, right? Make sure you put whatever your little ad is or whatever your little username is. Make sure you include that when you donate. We do value every supporter. We are very transparent about this. We didn't even want to do it this way because we knew what some of the implications were, but the family trusts us. We had some back-end conversations with some people that care too, and we out front with it, man. That's money sign G Hood News with your username, and stay included in the movement, man. You see something you think is valuable? Who? Okay. Who is that?
What you say? Who is that, man? What's going on? I can't even turn anything. Can't turn anything. Come on.
We're a little bit more protective of our space, guys. As you see, just a little more protective, because the family and shit. We got Carmelo in them with us now, so we got to represent that. And if that's your fight, if that's your advocacy, then you understand. But there's a little bit more respect that we have to have for each other. Sponsors, as y'all heard earlier, looking at us big time. We proud of that. We been knew we was worthy of that attention, but it's here now. And it professionalizes us. It forces us as a team to play this thing fair. That's what Carmelo's tragedy did for us. It brought us closer together, put us more in a professional light, forced us to advocate in real life. So if that's not your thing, I don't know, man. I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know, because we've been this way from the gate. That's why we not flipping. We just stepping up to the challenge. But we not doing nothing different. Ask anybody that know us. Fact-based, legal, support. Nothing's changed here, guys. It's just that the obligation, we were so good at what we did, they gave us another round. They put us a little closer to the action. we really speaking with and to the family. We really in Carmelo's ear through advocacy. That's right. From sitting down there in Texas and saying, yo, we serious about this shit. We getting in that courtroom and we going to share it with the appropriate family members. That's advocacy. Taking your life and putting it on hold for somebody else's. And we see it all around us, from Star to Nick to John, Sherrod, Creed, everybody saying the hell with their life. This kid got to come home. That's advocacy, guys. Not clicks and baits and coins and all. Nah, that's for you. We want this kid home and we want to stem the tide. Tired of this shit. Sometimes it take one hit. One. He said, that's enough. I took too many. Now, we're not going to do that. So that's the punch for us. Carmelo was the last punch. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for us. Pushed us into advocacy full time. You with it or you not. Real simple. We take this shit serious. Our kids could be next. Me and Creed got kids getting ready to graduate next week. I'm excited as ever, but I'm also knowing that he could be Carmelo Anthony next week too. I live with that every day. He's 18. He's innocent. My kid don't get in no shit. Neither did Carmelo. Hello. So the fight is that much more serious for those of us that know we inches away from having to send our kids something through JPay. And didn't have to do nothing. So we want to be clear. We defend the defenseless. And we speak for a lot of people that can't get up here and articulate their message. That's a serious burden. But we take it. Our family accepts it. We know the voiceless. We know the people and what they once said. We know how you feel about the trial. We right there. We was crushed. Did you see us broadcast that day? Did you hear from us? Crushed. Because we fought, man. We was in that courtroom with them. We broke down. I know I did. My family had to bring Stiz. You a leader. Come on. What are you doing? You losing it. And I did. I couldn't talk that day because I couldn't believe the injustice. I couldn't believe they did that shit in person, like really in public? To a kid? It's not a murderer. Not a hitman. This wasn't in the P's. The kid was pursuing education. All right, he got into it. But the way y'all did him is dirty. It's filthy. I don't care who's responsible. I don't care Mike Howard, Judge Roach, Dominic. I don't care who. How could you sleep? How? And you know what this was, bro. But then again, I get it. Because they've been doing it. Like Chris said all the time. We the highest exonerated in the nation. Hello? We the most overturned in conviction and remanded for a new trial. Why? Go across the warehouses in the country. Who's in there the most? Wow. So it's not like we need Rubik's Cube here, guys. It's an old trick. But we tired.
Got two new people on the panel too. I think it's Miss Toy and Miss Tiff.
Miss Toy was here before. Where's she at?
I'm here.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right. And who's the other one, Louisiana?
Miss Tiff.
It's Tiff.
It's Tiff.
I'm here.
How are you?
I'm great.
Great. Thanks for coming up. Something you want to share?
You said tired. I'm exhausted.
Yes, ma'am.
That judge is something else. And he even said himself Carmelo was a good kid. So why didn't you let his parents hug him at the end? You said mean things to this boy, said he was in the Department of Corrections now. It just was too much. And we all know that the trial was rigged. We all know that he didn't get a fair trial. So now the only thing we can do is just push for this appeal. And we just need to use every strength and all being and we just need to all get together and just go hard for Carmelo. Because he didn't deserve this. And with all the extra that they doing in the comments and what they saying, we going to ignore it and it's just going to be irrelevant. We got one focus and one tunnel vision, and that's to get that baby back home to his parents. And that's all I got to say.
We appreciate you too. Continue to support through G Hood News. We fighting the right fight. So thanks for that.
We're going to fight.
All right.
And I spoke already. I told y'all the story about my stepson.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot you.
So, yeah. And then
Cupcakes.
And so y'all can drop me and make room for somebody else. I'm gonna stay in the chat.
And make sure you stay with G Hood News to follow the host, follow the panel. And we appreciate the support. All right?
Okay.
Thank you. Cupcake 2012. You in the afternoon session of G Hood News. What's happening?
Hey, how y'all
Thanks for
doing?
coming up. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I just want to share something that was very interesting to me earlier. I was having a discussion with some people on Threads, and they were saying that Greg Abbott had called for Judge Roach to resign sometime, I think last year or a couple years ago. But y'all gonna have to fact check it. But I ended up looking into that, but it wasn't the Roach that was over Carmelo's case. It was his dad that was involved in a corruption lawsuit in 2022. No, not in 2022. In 2013, he was involved. Judge Roach's dad was involved in a corruption lawsuit where he got another judge locked up over something that she didn't do.
Wow. You said another judge was locked up?
Judge Roach's dad is, I think he is the senior DA out there in Collin County. So he had got a judge basically lied on her saying that she was accepting contributions or something in the case. They was basically mad that she beat them in a case or something, and they did a whole scheme to get her locked up.
Wow. Hey, Detroit, you there?
And that is Judge Roach's dad, though. Not him, but his dad. But it's just funny how close that is.
Yeah, that's definitely Louisiana. You there?
Yeah, I'm always here
That's
too.
I want to ask you, Lou. And I don't want no props. I really don't. But who would you say during the course of this trial continued to sell the theme of the old backroom policies that govern Texas? Who was the one that sold that theme first?
You tease.
Thank you. I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes I lose.
Yeah,
This is
can
the
drop
theme,
me. I just
guys,
want to say that.
that I hooked up with. I swear, and I know the law. But I told people this shit in Texas wouldn't come down to the law. I knew it because of where it's at. It would come down to who knew who. And that's what happened in that whole fiasco of that judge's chambers. Somebody in there was owed a favor. Somebody in there had the big joker. And so we get to 35 years. Period. The only problem is they did it in public. They did it in broad day. They did it in front of the wrong advocates, the wrong celebrities, the wrong people. So there is justice sometimes, even in that disrespect, because it reached the right people. So you can't keep him. You can hold on to him, which you do to a lot of us. But we always emerge victorious and better. And this is the kid. A hell of an experience. He'll learn from it because it's cold and dark in there, but it's light out here for him. And that's all we doing. We just piping in the light, letting them know you good, sit with your little mistake. But this thing here was set up way before your family moved to Texas, brother. Way before y'all moved out of Baton Rouge for a better life and a better opportunity, which you did become. You're a grade A student, 3.7, 3.9 GPA, 2 jobs, saved somebody in a boating accident. Good kid. Who's perfect? They teenagers. Scuffle, testosterone up. That's what I mean. They sports athletes. It's gonna happen. It's the way it is. But the way it ended for him and what he was trying to do, he showed concern and remorse the whole time. From the initial time that he even kind of admitted that what had happened, he was concerned.
We got
He
another
wanted to
person
know.
on the panel.
Okay.
I think
Who
it's
is
E
that?
Bank. E Banks.
E
I'm saying that
Banks.
right?
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Thanks for
How you
coming
Yeah,
up.
doing?
What's up?
Hey man, I am a Carmelo supporter because of the simple fact I can just imagine what was going through his mind, and that's all we can do right now is imagine, because he didn't take the stand. I'm really disappointed that he didn't take the stand to let the jurors at least know. But I think his appeal is going to be beneficial because they eliminated the only three BLK jurors, and it was a little tiff or riff about that, and I think that's going to be something that's going to come back. I definitely think Carmelo should have took the stand, but it's all hindsight now. But I think the appeal will be beneficial for him, and I think there were some connections with the judge, the lawyer. I'm not even sure about his lawyer because it seemed rushed. Even if you're protecting your client's life, you're not going to be rushed by anybody. They paid him good money. I think he should have went ahead and did his due diligence and did a better job. I think the defense let him down, but I also think Carmelo, hey, he's 17. It's time for him to say, hey, look, I got to tell these juries about how I felt. And I just think that we missed the mark on that, and hopefully he can get back on the appeal.
Yeah, he's got a good shot at the appeal. Really good shot. A lot of issues. We just break down a little bit of.
Yeah, the man was sitting there. My thing to everyone, man, to me, that really kind of irked me is that he was sitting down the whole entire time until the young man got up on him. And I think him getting up on him was the pressure that got the knife, or excuse me, the poke or whatever in his chest because he was so aggressive. So it's just kind of funny to me, man. Well, it's not funny, but it's definitely two sides to this thing, and we're just not being treated fair here in this country. And to be honest with you, I think we're going to end up having to have our own judicial system and kind of leave this situation, man, because they're not able to understand our plight and what kind of goes on in our mind because of our past and the history and things of that nature. So they're not going to be able to see us the way we need to be seen here. And I close it with that.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yo, tap the screen, guys. Come on, let's see. We got a talented panel. You can gift the panel. You can grab your daily heart me. And don't forget the movement, man. You see it on the screen, man. I like that prompt, man. Believe in Carmelo, and it's whatever it takes with the hashtag, bro. And that shit is real. Whatever it takes, he got to be home. Whatever it takes, this shit got to be undone.
For real.
So let's go.
Tizzy, tell him on all social media sites. Y'all go put that on all social media sites. Hashtag believe
Yeah,
in
hashtag
Carmelo.
that everywhere, man. Everywhere you got social media.
Everywhere.
TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. Everywhere you go, man. That's the hashtag. Believe Carmelo. Hashtag whatever it takes. Free Mello all the time. Purple Heart stay in the chat. And that's till he get here. Free Carmelo till it's backwards, bro. Watch. And we're going to be the first ones to let you know. Probably bring him on the live. Let you know. We told you. Get this boy home. And we're going to get others home, too. We didn't just take Carmelo. See, Carmelo jump-started the movement. But y'all done told us that y'all want us to do more. Y'all done showed us that it can't stop here. So we in this thing for good. And appreciate it, too. We appreciate the trust. Somebody had to do it. Had to be a BLK community that said, yo, we want them fighting for us. And that's what we doing. We about to take this thing all across the country. Everywhere they need us. We advocating the right way. Legal, research, boots on the ground. It's G-Hood News, man. Proud of it. We need more. More advocacy. More people sticking together. I think what got us over, why they chose us, the unity. I think when they look for somebody to speak for this family, they said it got to be a unified front. And they said G-Hood. No matter what you say about them, they together. And like I say all the time, you probably never again in your life witnessed this many BLK people from all across the country this close. You probably won't. I'm betting you won't. I ain't seen no shit like this since Motown. Since BMF. BLK people, both kings and queens, sticking together for the cause. Different geographical places, coming together, making it a family. And I think the Mello family saw that and Dominique spoke to it, that they had heard us. And I was like, damn, I didn't hear about it. He was like, nah, TikTok is bigger than you think. And we had that cause in our heart. So now it's our turn to fight for this kid. It's our turn to get him home. And we proud of it, man. I'm overjoyed sometime at it, just being at the focus of it. The focus of really getting somebody free. There's work. So much work to be done, but we built for it, bro. That's why we got it. And we urge you to join in, man, because it could be you tomorrow. Who's that on the panel? Yvonne?
Yes.
And how are you? Welcome to G Hood News.
I'm hanging in there, bro.
Thanks for coming
I just want to start this off by, yes, thank you. I just want to start this off by saying, let's go to the beginning of the whole situation. A young man got up, got dressed, and went to a trap meet. And he was sitting there minding his own business and, enjoying with the rest of the kids. Some young men went up to him and told him that he needs to leave from underneath their tent, the tent. And he said, no, I'm not going to leave. And if you touch me, you're going to see what happens, or whatever they say he said or didn't say. I don't know. But that's a normal reaction, because if somebody said that to me, I'm going to say, no, I'm not going nowhere at a public place. And if you touch me or mess with me, you're going to see what's going to happen. That's normal. Anybody would say that. So I just want to say that. And then he gets bail, which they didn't like. He was out on bail for a year. And that's the reason why he has such a fast track. I feel like his parents seem to be decent people from the video I saw of them after the verdict and everything. But there's no way in the world that they shouldn't have got better lawyers, more than one, like a whole team, like a dream team, okay, for this young man. And I feel like everybody was too in cahoots with each other and too laid back for this young man's trial. Ain't no way in the world you're going to pick a jury on the 1st of June. 2nd of June, you have your open arguments, and the trial only lasts 7 days, whether anybody realizes that or not, because those first 2 days don't count. After 7 days, you find a young man guilty who was afraid and didn't know what to do because he was cornered for no good reason. Nobody had no right to bother him. This is a free country. It's America. Okay? So then you find him guilty, and then you give him a 35-year sentence for a little kid. This little kid was scared, obviously. This little kid should have got an accidental unalive in charge, and he should have been sent to a nonviolent facility for a couple of years. 2 to 5. I give it 2 to 5. Even though, really, in my opinion, it should be none, because nobody had the right to bother that kid. And so, since his trial went so fast, and they gave him 35 years and sent this little boy to prison and got him online with a bald head looking scared, which ain't nobody gonna bother him in prison because they gonna have his back. But that's not the point. The point is the appeal should be just as fast. Just as fast. And everybody needs to come up and speak up and stick together. And this little boy shouldn't have to wait more than a year to get out of prison. He shouldn't even be in there in the first place. Because obviously this started at home with the twins, and God bless Austin's soul. May he rest in peace. This started at home because listen to the father and look at the father's interview. This started with them at home from the very beginning. So it was already instilled in them that they can go out into the world and do whatever they want to anybody they want. It just happened to be Mello. I rest my case.
Thank you for that, Yvonne. Mr. Dabble, you could come up off your mic. And are you there, Mr. Dabble? Going once. Mr. Dabble going twice. Mr. Dabble, you are gone. Again, guys, money sign G Hood News. It's the Cash App. I told you guys that didn't have Cash App, you can hit my brother Cree. You can DM him at some point. He'll work it out. I guess you got Zelle or whatever, but make sure you DM Cree, and you can find out how to maybe cash that over. But we appreciate the support again. That's money sign G Hood News. Carmelo, we working, kid. You see us. Y'all don't mind me. I speak to my nephew all the time. I know he's got a tablet. I know he's listening. They shouldn't have never told me that. You know what I'm saying? That he liked our panel. So Mello, I got you, kid. I don't know if you got your tablet yet, but and we're gonna get to this legal shit too. We're gonna walk you through it. We're gonna get you to the library. I'm gonna walk you through that. We probably do a session every day and get you up to date on this law, man. So when you come home, you'll be having more ammunition. But we love you, kid. And it's free Mellow till it's backwards. And family, we got your back.
Yeah, free Mellow, man. Free Mellow, man.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's nothing else. And he hears us, man. So, like I said, it's like a magic moment for my family, man. We fought so hard for this kid, man. We did better than the lawyers. I swear we did. And Dominic.
And the appeal, let me ask you a question, big guy. And the appeal, he will be able to take the stand. Will he be able to take the stand in the appeal?
In a new trial, so many different parameters, guy. We're going to be breaking that down as we go. But in a new trial, which is ordered and remanded by the appellate division or through some of these motions that he's filing, but at this point it's above the court that sentenced him. It's above the state Supreme Court in Texas. So the next level would be the appellate division. They have the power to reverse these convictions. And it's a big process. It really is. I think the more money is on it, shout to Cardi, shout to 50, shout to Charleston, people that step up now, even though you could have stepped up earlier, we'll take it because we need it, because these appeal processes have to be advanced. The normal appellate time frame is 2 years. That's across the country. 24 months from the day you were convicted. That's how long it takes, because it's a long line. People are being heard. People blew trial. And they, too, have their right to appeal whether they paid or not. The difference in paying is that you can jump the line. So a shout to all the celebrities that put in the money so that he can get this thing done quickly. And when they remand it, they can send it back to Texas for a new trial, or they can outright dismiss it based on a miscarriage of justice. I'm begging on the latter, but I'll take either one. Either way, the kid will be home. With the appeal comes the appeal.
I forgot to say one thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, sis.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this also. As far as the jury goes, ain't no way in the world that jury shouldn't have been anything but young, old, black, white, all different kinds of people should have been on that jury, because that would be a jury of his peers. For his parents, grandparents, his siblings, the ages should have been mixed and the colors should have been mixed. And this is way past the injustice. This is just like going back to when Rosa Parks was on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
This is just too much. This is outrageous.
No doubt.
Which shows what have we overcome?
Let her finish.
What have we overcome? What have we overcome now? God bless Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. soul. What did we overcome? God bless Malcolm X. What did we overcome? We didn't overcome nothing, because we can still get picked at, harassed, pushed, grabbed, and we still don't have a right to defend ourselves. This is the place we live.
No doubt about
it. I rest my case. I rest my case.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to her that I think they are looking into that, because they eliminated the last 3 BLK people with the issue when they can remove jurors, but they removed them wrongfully, and the judge agreed with it, which we all know that judge has some relationship. So I'm thinking, man, I'm really in prayer, basically, that these people can go ahead and get some type of guts and some justice and righteousness inside of them. But I was really disappointed in the 12 jurors also. I know we had some people still believing that these people was going to be able to make the right decision. But as you see, our country is definitely mixed up and very much confused.
Yes, sir. Free Mellow till it's backwards. One of the things I was concerned about, guys, was the judges' conference, the 3-hour break. Just legally, like, we're gonna take a walk. And when you're called as a witness in state, like in a state trial, serious business, man. Not like people talk about it on TikTok. Oh, this witness. No, that's a vetted, sworn-in witness under oath, under penalty of perjury, and with the right against self-incrimination. These are constitutional issues, guys. And I heard from the judge personally where he said he wasn't dismissing the witness. And that was big for me, because that means you could be recalled. That means you didn't get away with lying. That means you would be open to cross. So we go to the break. We go to lunch. We go inside the chambers. And then all of a sudden, these witnesses that were on recall disappear. My witness list, full of expert testimony, forensics, science, everything. How people feel when they feel fear. I done flew people in from all kind of prestigious colleges and universities to testify to this fear. And all of a sudden, in the judge's chambers, after lunch, not only is there no recall list, but I mysteriously rest. Which means that I crumbled my whole sheet, everything that I had, my whole game plan. What I laid out to the family, what I told Mello in conference, crumbled it up, said we rest. Which kind of left the door open to 35 years, in my opinion.
True. I believe, I mean, 100%.
That's just me. At that point, you fold your tent. Hold on, E. You fold your tent in a town like that already showed you through jury poll selection and all this shit, that this shit ain't fair, and you got the nerve to fold in that county, then kind of we see where the 35. You kind of handed the kid up. Not saying intentionally, but you kind of put the kid on a platter and made him a plate if you don't defend him a certain way. And I think it's a collective. I think Texas crossed him. Not just in his defensive team or the prosecutor or Roach. The Texas legislature itself, which allows for self-defense, which he got in a claim. We knew that. Creed told us how low the bar was. The preponderance of evidence to make it a self-defense claim was clear. He was issued a manslaughter. It was there. Manlaughter. It was there. They overlooked it and went with the top. My thing was, it was supposed to be manlaughter from the gate with underlying involuntary, criminally neg, which don't require jail time. But they did it the other way. They crossed them. They threw up the M. And it stuck. Not only the railroad throwing it up, but validated by the jury. And he's coming home. Promise you. When them people asked for that direct verdict, that case should have been over. I think in any other jurisdiction where you don't compromise your judicial robe, I think he gets that motion because it went to the burden of proof, damn it. He asked for the motion. Look it up as we speak. The verdict approved. He asked for the direct verdict based on the people not meeting their burden. Let's switch it around. Let's run it back. What if Mike Howard don't meet his burden? The kid get 99 years, as we see. So why do you allow people in your courtroom to not meet the legislation?